from Donald Trump, but we also have the Democrats' People's State of the Union happening just about an hour before the State of the Union is set to occur. So we will be largely just watching this and fact-checking and providing light commentary as we listen to what the president has to say about the current state of affairs in this country. And of course, Democrats' pregame show, where they're boycotting the State of the Union address, saying that they're not going to go. And oh boy, it's going to be a silly night. There's a bunch of rumors circulating. One, a false rumor that Thomas Massie would be joining the Democrats and sitting alongside them. That's not true. Everybody's tweeting it. The news is reporting it. And Massie literally posted a picture from his seat on the Republican side of the aisle as they prepare for the State of the Union. So, man, so much fake news going around. But we'll talk about that, plus some of the other rumors as we're going to be chilling and waiting. I actually ordered some pizzas, which should be here not too late, actually, because the rumor is Donald Trump is going to be speaking for 3 hours. I don't know if that's true or not. I know the man can do it. If anyone can talk, it is Donald Trump. So we're going to get into all that, my friends. It's going to be great. Before we get started, we got some great sponsors for you. We got Tax Network USA, my friends. Do you owe back taxes or have unfiled tax returns? Or have you filed every year but still keep owing? Did you retire and suddenly get hit with a tax bill you didn't expect? Maybe you pulled money from your 401k or IRA early and now the IRS wants its share. Whatever your tax issue is, the outcome is the same. Your balance is not going down, penalties are growing, interest compounds, and many of you are about to owe again for the upcoming tax year with no plan in place. Stop what you're doing and call Tax Network USA. The IRS is not waiting. They are enforcing collections through wage garnishment, bank levies, and property seizures. They can even file for you without your consent. This is where Tax Network USA comes in. With over 15 years in business, there hasn't been a tax case they haven't seen or resolved. They specialize in tax controversies and help taxpayers nationwide get back on track by resolving back taxes and unfiled returns once and for all. Whether you owe $10,000 or $10 million, their team has resolved over $1 billion in tax debt. They can do the same for you, but you have to call now. They're offering a free investigative call with the IRS. After that investigation, they'll put a clear plan in place to resolve your tax problem and get you back on track. So don't wait. Call 1-866-686-1535. That's 1-866-686-1535. Or visit tnusa.com/Tim. And we also got Rumble Wallet, my friends. Make sure you check out wallet.rumble.com. Here's the best part. You got all these banks, they're still debanking. Censorship is still happening. And although we have made tremendous strides, there are many people who are still getting shut out from these banking institutions. Well, the Rumble Wallet app is non-custodial. What is that, you say? It means they can't ban you. It is money held by you in your wallet, controlled by you, and they can't lock down your account. Now, Rumble has stood the test of time. They exist for free speech. They let people say naughty things, and they let people freely transact because it's not something these companies should be involved in. If they want to facilitate, they should, and that's what Rumble believes. If you want to make a transaction, if you want to support your favorite Rumble creators, download the Rumble wallet, and you can transfer. You got Bitcoin, Tether, and Tether Gold all right there on your phone, and ain't nobody going to take it away from you. So again, go to wallet.rumble.com, download the app. And don't forget, my friends, also smash that like button, share the show right now. Take that URL, post it everywhere, maybe. We've got the watch party for the Donald Trump State of the Union address coming up 9 p.m. And in the meantime, we'll be watching the Democrats' weird version where they're boycotting and having the people's State of the Union, which is a weird thing to call it because Trump was elected by the people, but sure. And a couple of the stories that will pop up. We'll have a general conversation as we flow through this. Joining us tonight to talk about this and to comment on the gentle musings of the president is Jay Dyer.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Who are you? What do you do?
JaysAnalysis.com. I am an author, written 4 books, 3 on Hollywood. The third one is out right now, Stark Hollywood 3. You can get it at my website, JaysAnalysis.com in the shop. Host of the Alex Jones Show for the last 6 years, and I write for the Sam Hyde Show.
Well, right on. Thanks for hanging out. We got Tate Brown holding it down.
What is going on, Patriots? I'm happy to be here on such a wonderful occasion. Jubilation for plan trusters. I think this could be a victory lap for us today. In all seriousness, 3 hours. I mean, I love President Trump. I'm loyal to him. I would die in a ditch for him, but 3-hour speech? I mean,
you would die in a ditch for him.
Yeah, but I don't know about a 3-hour speech. That's pretty long, so... We're getting pizza, so I think we
man.
should be good.
Yeah,
Good company. Jay Dyer's fantastic.
What is it? The speculation, the prediction markets are saying it's going to be like 3 hours long or
I
something.
just saw a tweet and I believed it instantly.
I know. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I see a lot of tweets. You know, like someone could post a video from like 2016 of like a rave, and they could tell me that it's like New York under siege by illegal aliens, and I'm like, that must be true.
I see flight logs. I'm just in a trance. Like, no, really? Whoa, okay. Phil?
Hello, everybody. My name is Phil Labonte. I'm the lead singer of the heavy metal band All That Remains. I'm an anti-communist and a counter-revolutionary. What's up, Carter?
I heard y'all say 3 hours.
Your camera is off.
What? Oh, my God. All right. Tim, what's up?
Oh, hey.
You seem like you're surprised that I go to you every day.
No, I'm not surprised.
Just jump to the wide view so you can grab the camera.
Let's do that.
Yeah, Carter's here. He's pressing buttons.
What's up?
But
yeah, I'm excited to.
why is your camera? Is your camera not? Oh, it is off. Normally, when it's off, it turns green.
It's weird.
All right, everybody. So here's the big news. Check this out. We've got in 24 minutes, the Democratic lawmakers' People's State of the Union rally during Trump's address, and poor John Fetterman. He's been begging Democrats to please respect the office and to chill out, and they can't. There are rumors that they wanted to bring illegal immigrants with them to the State of the Union.
I hope so. God,
I don't know that that's true, because there's a couple stories that say they're bringing the mother of an illegal immigrant. Right. Yeah, because I don't think they actually want to break the law.
Right.
You know, they're scared to do
Like
it.
if Stephen Miller's there, he's going to be like shaking.
shaking.
It's like
Stephen Miller will jump out of his seat and jump off the balcony.
They'll put him on like a
He
chain,
would
like a pit bull,
shriek.
like, ah!
No. He jumps up onto one of the lecterns on all fours, and then lunges.
Yeah. Base, but that'd be great.
I would be fine.
And Trump goes, "Good work, Stephen. We appreciate it."
No one does it like him.
If you didn't bring him, it wouldn't have had to happen.
Jay was asking if there's just going to be 3 hours of us impersonating Donald Trump, and yes. That's it. Nothing.
By the way, why did you just admit right now that you want to kill all the immigrants? Clip it. Got it.
Bloodthirsty.
There you go. There you go.
Bloodthirsty. That's why.
We were talking about how nobody debates anymore, and Tate was pointing out that for a lot of these, smaller leftists, they come on these shows just to get a clip to go viral so they can build an audience. So they'll say things that what I love about those debates is we'll start like this. I'll give you an example of how some of these debates go. So Jay, what did you have for breakfast?
I had Lucky Charms.
How could you say that about gay people?
Yeah. Well,
And what do you do for work?
I work at the mill.
I can't believe you used that word. And then you're sitting there being like, what is going on? Oh, wait, it's starting.
Oh, wow.
Who is she? Oh, is that
Personally
Jen Psaki?
thank our members of Congress
Already?
here tonight.
That's Rosie
for
O'Donnell
your
from the
act
90s.
of defiance,
It's not.
for
It's
breaking
not
a
usual that they
norm
have the
to
person that's
stand
doing
up
the
for our
signing actually doing the
values.
talking
That's right.
as well.
They just eliminated
And our
Trump
special
there.
guests, who you're going to hear from tonight for your courage.
That's not real
You represent the best of
nowhere
America,
near the
and
Capitol.
you make us all want to be brave.
Oh, they're very far away.
This
It'd be
moment
hilarious
is only
if they just turn
possible
around and rip the
because of
barricades down and start
people's bravery.
screaming and charging the Capitol.
The first
That's like on the side of
boycott the State
295.
Union
It's all old
was
women.
Conducted
Yeah, they're
by
like
the
in
founders of the
Yeah.
Congressional Black Caucus.
Anytime the
during
Democrats do these
Nixon
kinds of
administration.
events like
We
this, it
honor
always looks
their
like 15 people
example.
at a therapy meeting. It's like some kind of a
at
therapy.
Adam
We honor
Schiff,
the
he looks like
millions of
Butthead.
patriots who've turned
Oh
out
my
over
God,
the
you're
last
right.
year in marches across this country. And we honor every person who's showed up,
I hope they all
who's
get
risked
frostbite.
something,
Some guys in the back
who's
is
cared
just
for a neighbor, even when it
scarfed
was
up.
safer to do nothing. That courage.
I see
led the
9
way
white
to this
people. This is
moment,
not
but we
diverse
have to make
enough.
sure that the
The
road
standards.
doesn't stop here. We need you, everybody
got the
joining
Kafia
us
in the
here
background.
on the Capitol
He's
Mall
the one
tonight,
that's not.
He's
and
the one guy.
everybody
He's made
watching
EPM for 3.
online. Come to the March
the file.
28th No Kings protest and stand up for
Flew
this
in on.
country.
Out big time.
There's one guy trying really hard not to look at the camera.
might be Massey in
Before
the
I
back, actually.
introduce
So he's
our
maybe
hosts for
switching
tonight,
sides here.
I just want to give a special thanks to all of the people behind the scenes who helped to make tonight happen. Move On staff, the staff who serve our congressional representatives and senators here tonight, our partners, thank you so much. This is no small task to put on a historic event to fight for our country.
This is sad.
It's actually.
When I was planning the show for tonight,
And
I was like,
now,
we'll do
I'd like to
the
introduce you to
Democrats
our
thing, and now I
hosts.
regret it.
Independent journalists.
I think we'd be
Joy
better
Reid
off
and Katie
showing
Fang.
like turtle
And
races
while they
or something.
come to the stage,
Why can't they just
I want to thank
they need
you
to stick
for
to their
being
guns,
here.
call them a
I
fascist,
wanna
right?
thank
Like, that's
you for
something entertaining. We
being
can work.
brave.
Well, no, it's not that. It's there's
And
nobody
I wanna
here.
thank
There's no one
you
there.
for
Schiff
being
kinda looks
part
like a turtle.
of
I know what
building
she's talking about.
Once
the
Mitch
America
leaves,
we can
Schiff
all
is gonna be
proud
the
of.
Look at Adam Schiff.
Thank
He
you.
looks like Butthead.
Yeah, that is really.
No, for real, he does. I'm not saying to insult him. I'm like,
Reed. Great.
Donald Trump is a Russian.
Is that Nicki Minaj?
oh no, look who it is.
And not in there. That's right.
Why are they
Hello, I
popcorning
am
the
Joy
speech?
Reid, host of the Joy Reid Show.
And I'm Katie Fang, host of the Katie Fang News Channel.
And we are both exes of the artist formerly known as MSNBC. We are so excited to be here.
She's like tweaking out.
Please give one more round of applause to these members.
of Congress.
Yes.
Let's hear
Oh, did
it.
she just speak
have
over the
courage
black?
Yeah, this
to not
looks like a
be here.
Saturday Night Live skit.
It
The
does.
reason
Actually, yeah,
that
you're right.
I am so excited to be here is that, as we just heard from the wonderful folks
Everyone's
at Move
leaving.
On and Midas Touch,
Where's
please
Benny?
give
Isn't
them
he
a round
down
of
there?
applause. It takes courage to stand out.
It does. And look,
Yeah.
if
That's a
you
zombie.
turn around
That's
and
a
you
zombie.
look amongst us, it's not just the people that are here. It's hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people in the United States and
So
across
true.
the world that are defending democracy.
Hundreds
but
of
they
thousands
need
of
the
people
courage
across
and
the
the
world.
bravery
That's
of
about
our
the size
members
of
of
it.
Congress and our electeds
They're
to
like
make
they're
sure
like a half mile
that
from the Capitol.
democracy is defended.
Indeed. And so tonight we are not going to hear a false state of the union.
Ooh.
We are going to hear the true state of our union from the people who are being impacted by the policies that are taking place at the hands of someone who has demonstrated no love for the Constitution, for the truth, or for the care and concern of the American people.
It's so
much
rich
more
hearing Democrats
important
talk about
to
that
hear
kind of
what
stuff.
people are truly facing and going through.
add-
That's
Maybe
what you're
I'd-
going to hear
I'm a
tonight.
three-time
The
Trump
American
supporter.
people deserve the truth.
There's
They
some
do
persuasive
not
arguments here.
need more lies from this regime. So tonight you are going to hear people that have been impacted directly by the bullshit of this administration.
Wow, this ain't your average
And
Democrat.
because I'm also a
This is a
church
stone
What did
cold,
you say?
stone cold redditor.
Sam, a
Oh
turtle?
no,
That's
I'm
not
a
also a
cussing
turtle.
Christian, sis. It's all good.
She said bull
I'm a
crap,
cussing
but
Christian.
the S
we
word.
want to
also a
start
turtle?
off this night by doing something
She
that I
must be
think is
mad.
so important, Katie.
cussing?
Yeah.
And that is
Yeah.
reclaiming the Christian voice
What?
from white
Yeah,
Christian
I don't know.
nationalism, which
Oh,
not
whoa.
only
Yes.
threatens our
Okay, well,
freedom,
Actually,
but
Yeah,
also
totally
threatens
I'm okay with her
a
saying that.
very important faith throughout this world.
If the-
Christianity is not what you have been sold by Project 2025.
if the
Right, it's
standard
abortion.
is that
So
everybody
right
should be
now,
Christian,
to do our
that's better than
invocation,
saying don't
meaning
be
we're gonna
Christian.
invoke
Yeah.
the spirit of freedom, liberty, and justice. Please put your hands together
For
the
abortions.
Reverend Paul Brandeis
Hootie and the
Rauschenbusch.
This lady
Yeah, but they're
like-
good.
She looks like she's wearing like an Asian disguise. Kind of interesting looking.
Ted Danson?
you,
Is this
Joy
Ted Danson
and
as a
Katie.
minister?
Hello, everybody. Hello, America. Let me start by saying that my soul is so glad to be here with
They will wear
the
your
beautiful
faith like
State
a
of the
skin
Union.
suit.
I come to you as the president
Terrible
of
mic discipline.
Interfaith Alliance and as
This
a
is like
Baptist
the Special
minister
Olympics,
with good
basically.
news.
I thought this guy was like retarded
We,
preacher.
the people, have the power.
He's even got his like
Is that good news?
runner on his.
All
Trying
across
to figure out what
America,
religion
people
that
of
actually
diverse
is
faiths
on his giant
and
shawl.
beliefs are showing up,
all of
are
them.
speaking out, and are proving that love for our neighbors.
I mean, they're really scraping
and
the barrel with
commitment
this guy.
to our
It's Reverend Ted
democracy
Danson.
Yeah.
will
It does look like that.
prevail
Yeah, but don't rag on Ted
against the
Danson. We like him.
cruelty,
Is he based?
Immorality
I don't know.
and
He's
got a tall guy with a long
authoritarianism
curly.
of this administration. Let me speak.
Is it like open
plainly
mic
as
night?
an
Yeah.
American
Exactly.
and as a Baptist minister?
Oh, he's Baptist.
Baptist,
Huh?
really?
The Trump administration is the most hostile to religious freedom in generations.
Yeah. That's what
They
Baptists believe,
attack
definitely.
any religious leader or
Like
community
80% of them voted for
not
Trump.
in lockstep with their political agenda.
He's just making this up,
The
but
White
yeah, this is
House,
straight up
totally
the
just making it up.
Pentagon, the Department of Justice, and ICE have weaponized religion for their white Christian nationalist crusade.
They're going hard in the paint for this stuff.
Who is a true American, conveniently made in their own image, and relegate all the rest of us to second-class status.
He just licked his finger.
Well, maybe just you.
Lincoln.
We're definitely trying to make him second class.
prayed to be on God's side. Trump instead blasphemously boasts that God is in fact on his side.
So true, he is.
In Trump's mind, God is little more than a divine mascot.
I just want someone to ask him what he thinks about abortion.
Team.
And Trump got shot at like 20
But
times.
enough
now.
about
They screen
that
people like that to not let them in to
unpopular
ask that question.
Tonight, we will focus and celebrate we, the people of America.
Like 6 people.
Tonight, we will recognize all
It's
those
almost like a
to
Hamas
whom harm
shawl.
has
It's
been
like
done.
Islamic
Well, it's like
shawl.
it has like African colors, kind of.
Oh, that's what it
It's
is.
Jewish, but
It's indigenous.
Like Homa
has
indigenous.
Homos, I think. Maybe
Minnesota,
Homo. I'm trying to work that in.
in
Homos.
Yeah, I'll
Chicago,
workshop that, yeah. We're
in
getting there.
Charlotte,
It's
in Portland,
homosexual.
and here in Washington, D.C., and in towns large and small everywhere across America
He needs to
who are
relax.
standing up
I'll give it to him
against
for
the
the,
abuse and inhumanity of ICE.
Yeah.
We give thanks for every single person
The
around this country
SSRIs are kicking
who
in
has
right
put
now.
Brought
their
him
faith
tonight for sure.
or
Tail right now.
values into action by resisting
He's on a crazy cocktail, you know.
government-sanctioned cruelty with moral courage
licking his-
I
and
know, you never see
solidarity
that
with our
He's
neighbors
licking what?
from
He's
every
licking his
background.
licking his-
Turn
Oh,
the
he's turning
page.
pages.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
give
Look, he's
thanks
shaking big time, dude.
to God
Is it
for
cold
the
there?
power
Yeah.
and the promise of love.
You can't be nervous.
And
There's
what
only 6 people there.
Dr.
and There's no one watching
King
online,
called
so.
the beloved community that is both coming and present now if we choose to make it real in our democracy.
What?
I believe we
I'm
are in the
lost.
midst of the next
They've definitely
great
taken over as like
awakening in
buzzword
America.
people. Like,
Oh,
used-
yeah.
The right
A
used to be the buzzword
spiritual
people.
movement
Now it's definitely the
dedicated
left.
to creating a nation where every person has dignity and value.
Like, what does that
Where
mean?
every
No one
community
knows.
and faith tradition
No one
is
knows.
treated equally, and nobody gets left behind this time.
A lot of platitudes.
But
Last time?
We, the people, have the power out of many through love. May we be
Evidently,
one.
you don't. You lost the popular vote.
friends.
So.
The
true.
spiritual state
half of the
of
people.
our union is
It seems like he's
strong.
watching people
So
leave,
help us God.
and he's getting
Amen.
less.
Slightly less than half of the people State of the Union. Amen, brother.
That was her.
why do you think they're hitting the Christian nationalism
Now,
so
y'all
heavy?
should be
That's
well in
not
the
even a
spirit at
huge
this point.
issue.
Is
Yeah,
everybody
Trump's
in
like
the spirit?
infamously kept it.
It's a minor,
That's what I'm
minor.
talking about.
Yeah.
That's right. We're going to call the spirit of our ancestors
CNN
to make
called
sure that
the
we do
Democratic Party a
justice
clown
on
car.
tonight. And we are going to start
Trump's, like,
with one
almost
of
annoyed
the
when the
true
abortion issue
fighters
comes up.
in the
Yeah.
United States Senate and his very important guest. So please put your hands together for Senator Chris Murphy and
Tate Ganjavi.
thank you.
Good evening, America. I want you first to give a big round of applause to my guest, refugee and immigrant advocate from Connecticut, Farishte Ganjave. Say hi to Farishte. Okay, so I am not at the State of the Union speech tonight because Donald Trump is making a mockery of his
reminds
great
me of, like, two
institution,
different
and he doesn't
actors.
deserve an
Let's
audience.
listen to Chris Murphy.
He's half
I'm
Jason
not at the State of the Union
Sudeikis.
speech
He's
tonight
like ghetto.
Well,
because
let's
these are not
let's see what he's
normal
saying.
times, and Democrats have to stop behaving normally. And I'm not at the State of the Union speech tonight because you're not going to hear about the State of the Union. You are going to hear lie after lie. You are going to hear attack after attack. You are going to see grandstanding. The true State of the Union is this. This union is in crisis right now. Our cities are under attack by lawless law enforcement. Our democracy is wilting under ceaseless attack from a president who wants to be a despot. Millions of Americans are losing their health care because the president has chosen corruption to pad the pockets of his billionaire friends instead of helping average Americans. You're not going to hear any of that in that speech tonight. But by being here for the people's State of the Union, you are going to hear the real story of America, a story of an America that is under siege, but a story of America that is not going to take it, that is going to fight back, and is going to reclaim this country for everything that is good and right about the United States of America. Ferris Day is going to talk to you tonight about the state of immigrant and refugee America. ICE is out of control. It is disappearing legal immigrants. It is tear gassing elementary schools. It is murdering American citizens. Right now, as you know, the Department of Homeland Security is shut down. And I just want to be very clear with you about my position, and I think the position of many others who will stand on this stage tonight. Not one more dime for the Department of Homeland Security until they start following the law in this country. Ferris Day came to this country over a decade ago, coming to the United States from a refugee camp. She told me just off stage that this is the moment. This is the reason that she came here to the United States, to speak truth to power, to explain the trials and tribulations that every immigrant, that every refugee goes through to get here, and to press this country to...
I stuck in the border. Go Trump! Go Trump! Thanks, man.
Oh, no.
Wait. That's a leftist protester who stormed their own stage.
Yeah.
Listen, guys.
I love
Ferris
it.
Day
The
is
Kafia
here
guy brings him off
to
stage,
lift
too.
us up to a common purpose and to a common goal, to understand
That was awesome.
that the best of America
They even stormed their own
lies in how
stages.
we
Yeah,
treat
literally.
those who have arrived
What
to
is
this
this girl
country
doing? Is she the bodyguard?
fleeing terror and
Terrible at her
torture
job.
and desperation. We have work to do, guys. We have a mission that we need to complete. And I want you to welcome to the podium my friend, Ferris Day Conchave.
So they call it the People's State of the Union, and then a person comes up and they kick him out. What's going on there?
It's not for every person.
Yeah.
Only
Good
certain
evening,
people.
everyone.
Some people are more equal than others.
Since arriving
There's no way.
in United States as a refugee in 2011, I have educated more than 7,000
She looks like a
refugees,
Jim Henson creature. Serious, like labyrinth or
especially
something.
women interning the workforce.
Reject from the Dark Crystal.
Yeah, exactly.
Now thriving as
She's got all of those
educator,
things on her
health
back.
worker, and essential
Looks like the
service
Mike was
provider, each becoming a
Oh
lighthouse
no,
for
she reminds me
others.
of Gizmo.
Yeah.
After the show, I want to see the Pixar version of her.
Partnering with over
Isn't
100
That is the
always
Pixar
after
version.
midnight?
university
I never
across
understood
the
that.
country,
Was that?
Don't feed Gizmo after midnight.
and help
It's
young
always after midnight. Like
students
what is the time
launch
frame? It's like
career
midnight to 4 a.m.
in
Kind of
embassies,
felt like they meant
public
sunup, but
services,
they never really
leadership
specified.
programs, and enter to
So
the
Democrat
top
strategy is just
medical
bring a
and
foreigner on stage.
law
Yeah.
schools.
Yeah. Worship the indigenous.
Yeah.
But she's not indigenous.
For years,
They're like colonization is
I
bad. By the way, here's a
advocated
bunch of people
for
who don't live here who
immigration
live
rights.
here
Them,
now.
everyone is indigenous to someone.
I founded
Everyone
Elena's
is
Light,
indigenous.
Because they used to have like a
organization
shtick.
No, yeah, they go,
to
wait,
support
she's Indian?
families
Yeah, not that
in
kind of Indian.
Venezuela.
Oh.
She's just
And I'm
broadly
proud
Indian.
of
Yeah. She's from over there somewhere. That's
Work
good enough.
over the years that we did. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm here today, now standing next to my favorite senator.
I can't understand her. She's an
It sounds
educator.
like
Senator
it sounds like a
Murphy.
Muppet creature
To
giving like
speak
saying a
with
spell.
the voice I'm
Casting
so
a spell.
proud of.
It's gonna start floating.
Since
Chris Murphy.
the
Whoa!
recent election, my phone
Dude, he's like trying to
has
lock in, trying to
not
understand.
stopped
He doesn't know
ringing.
what's going on. He's like,
Look at his face.
he's like, what the
Clients
freak
have
is she
called
saying?
me asking,
Why does he
"Is it
look so
safe
shocked?
to go
He's trying to lock in right
to
now.
No, I
my
think he looks
child's
upset.
assignment?"
Yeah.
He's like, why did we book this late?
He said, where's the
Women
subtitles?
have asked if they should
I'd be better off with the hand person.
I gotta be honest, like, I got no
English
beef with this
classes.
lady, but they could have booked someone better for their cause. They're really bad at
Afghan
this.
families and many immigrant families
That was their strat. Just like, we
are
need a foreigner. Just
confused
whoever, if anyone knows a
about
foreigner,
their
welcome.
legal status.
It'd be funny if, like, once she
And
gets off stage, she's like,
afraid to
She's
travel
normal.
oh,
for
that was
work
terrible.
He talks normal.
even
Yeah, that's a fake
within
voice.
their own states.
She actually talks like this. It's a guy.
Where's your page?
Fear is not abstract.
Oh
It is in our classrooms.
She's quoting Hegel.
It is in our clinics. It is in our
She's
homes.
going into phenomenology right now.
Families
Federalist papers.
feel unstable.
Phrenology.
We are
Phrenology.
living in uncertain society.
I mean, that's actually like a funny thing about the people
because
that they
of
want to
this
import.
Advocacy
Because like we've
intellectual
gotten rid of a lot of
shifted.
these practices, but I'm just imagining
Organization
they're bringing in people
on the
who
ground
have.
like ours are.
There was this
spending
seminar
more time on
where
know your rights
a black woman argued
training.
for what did they call it, like
Policies
non-white
are
supremacist
shifted
science or something,
quickly,
arguing
and
that
we
like
must help
ritual practices
families
for healing were
with
just as
rapid
valid because they were
response
lived
needs.
experiences of cultures.
Right.
Yeah.
Helping families
Decolonized health or whatever.
Right, yeah, it was like some woman on stage and she's
for
just like,
when their family members
medical science is white supremacy.
get kidnapped.
Math
This
and
is-
logic
And
too.
working
This is great.
closely
Like, just
with
pick up my
legal
DoorDash
and
order. I don't need all
health
this.
partners to support families struggling after Trump's healthcare cuts.
Hellscape?
But
Healthcare.
as
Hellscape
hard
cuts, I
as
think.
we try,
I mean, that sounds crazy
we
awesome.
Said she's
cannot
like a teacher or
replace
something.
health insurance.
Teaching kids not how to not
Health
speak.
insurance.
That
I'm digging
our
her accent, bro. I
elderly,
like it.
our
You like it?
children,
Trump's hell
our
scare?
people with
That sounds
disabilities
badass.
Sounds
can
awesome.
no longer
Can we
access.
get Grok? Yo, Grok.
We cannot guarantee
Trump's hell scare.
safety or peace of
That's our new
mind
deportation
for
strategy
the
for 2027 is the
worker
hell
who
scare.
keep
Trump
our
flicks a match and then-
communities running every
Oh,
day.
yeah. Remember the moat?
This administration
They reported Trump wanted to build an
needs
alligator
stop
moat on the southern border.
separating
So that would have
families.
worked too.
They take everything he
moat.
says seriously.
Mothers,
Genius.
kids, and our future generation who will become our caretaker, our lawyers,
Who will become?
our teachers, and our politicians.
You know what I never understood is
our community
I mean I get it, but I don't understand why
needs
people
safety
can't actually
and
learn a
peace
language. You know
of
what I mean?
I know.
mind to work.
Like who will became? That's like future past tense.
Leadership.
I'm not trying to be a dick or anything, but
That's why I
it's
don't.
not
know.
it's not a
Matters
complicated
at the
thing to
federal
overcome.
level.
To say
We
will become
need
versus became.
real leaders.
It's indigenous time. It's different
We
than
need
white
a
people's time.
stable
It doesn't work the same
federal
way. You don't get it. You're
support
racist.
That was
for
a serious video. Like
integration
if you're late, like
and
in indigenous
mental
cultures, that means you're on
and
time, and they're like
medical
dead
health
serious.
services.
Bro,
that's
that's
why-
Miami.
And we
They
need
intellectualize CPT.
policies
When I'm late, I
rooted in
appeal to
dignity
being
and
BIPOC.
education.
Right.
And I'm like, why are you
Education.
being
This is CPT,
racist?
this is,
exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not late. I'm
families
identifying as a
can
black man.
Focus
Yeah, and
on
I'm-
They call it
building
black
our
time.
shared
They
community
call it
and
Latino
future.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does it stand for?
families
People time.
feel secure,
In Miami, they call it Miami
they
time.
build.
Solo time.
Jolo time.
When mothers
Basically,
feel safe,
if you're a
they
winter
live.
dwelling population,
When
this is true. If
children feel
you're more
stable,
urgent. Like
they dream.
Right.
you're trying to get things done quickly.
And when
You show up
we
on time, things
protect
matter.
our
But if you come
people,
from warmer climates,
We
Right.
enslave
even the Mediterranean,
the entire nation.
I mean, bro, siesta.
Yeah.
Spain, what the?
Chill.
In
This
Greece,
is not
they do the same thing.
politics.
Because the Mediterranean, they're like,
This
nah, it's
is
just warm all the time.
humanity.
So
Live
go
at
to
home
bed.
till like 35, like on
Yeah.
purpose.
Hey, bro, a cholo arrives
is
precisely
America.
when he means to. Like Gandalf, dude. That's cholo time, bro.
Hey, man, you're late.
Nah, bro.
Nah, bro.
Wizard arrives when he wants, man.
Who's next? Joy Reid.
Another foreigner, bro.
Darius Rucker.
All right,
I don't feel good about
everybody,
making fun of the weird
one
little
note,
Indian
just wanna
lady.
do sort of one
I don't know. She never did
housekeeping
anything to me.
note. Attention all
Yeah, I got no
MAGA
beef.
I
trolls.
feel bad.
Well, make fun of her.
Yeah, she's evil.
And
Make
with
fun of her
apologies
hair
to
that's
the
going to
pastor
the
who
back,
gave the
like it's
invocation.
leaving.
She's kind of
Your
got the
bullshit
Stephen.
is
Bro, I have
not
to be
welcome
honest.
here.
Her hairline is only a little better than mine.
And to paraphrase one of
White
my
House
favorite
tweeted
actors,
State of the
world,
Union
Robert De Niro,
2026
I'm gonna
bingo.
slightly paraphrase him.
Oh, they made their
y'all.
own?
Yeah.
We're here to
The problem is
hear
you gotta
the
make like
truth
6 of
and to
them.
hear from
And then
impacted
everybody
people,
chooses one.
Not to see or hear from you.
Otherwise, everyone just
So
wins at the
go
same time.
back and pay attention to your orange lying friend. Now, coming to the stage is
Some
one of the
26
reasons that we are
2016
finally getting some of
showing
those
up.
files released. Everybody say release the files.
That's what I mean. It's a libtard thing, though.
Yeah.
Coming to the stage now is Pennsylvania's Fighting 12, Representative Summer Lee. She is one of the main reasons that we're getting some of those files. She's going to be reading a story from Monica Ruiz, the executive director of Casa San Jose, waiting to keep families together and reform our unjust immigration system, all while her family is now being impacted by ICE. Representative Lee.
What does that have to do with the files? And which files?
Just reading a story. They're both paper.
That's Vanessa Williams right
What
there.
a start to the
That's
evening.
Vanessa Williams.
Well, good evening, one way or another. I am Summer Lee, representing Pennsylvania's 12th Congressional District, and I'm proud to stand here this evening with Move On, with organizers, with workers, and with everyday people who refuse to sit quietly while our country is pushed to the brink. Right now,
Great theater kid energy.
Donald Trump is preparing to deliver his made-up version of the State of the Union. He's going to tell a familiar story tonight, that the economy is booming, that our communities are safer, and that America is stronger than it's ever been, all because of him.
So
but we know the
So
truth.
true.
We're living the truth.
I don't even
We
need to
know
watch it now. She
the
just
fear
summed it
that
up.
our families are facing of being hunted down by
Whoa.
ICE. We know our neighbors are working 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet.
Wait,
that their
people
health care has
hunting?
been gutted and their
Yeah, I
federal
think
that was
jobs
in
have
the-
been eliminated
the
by the
files.
thousands.
I think that's
We know
something
our
Trump's up to.
education systems and unions are being targeted because they threaten authoritarian power. And they want us fighting each other so we don't pay attention to what they're stealing from us. And
Stealing?
I mean all
Stealing.
of us, Democrats and Republicans and
Moonshine.
independents, young
Yeah, so
folks,
she's
and
out of
old
moonshine
folks,
still.
and
Been out of
black
breath
folks,
this
whether you're in
entire
a
speech.
red or a blue
It shows
state,
conviction.
whether you're
Yeah.
in rural towns or a factory community.
more exhausted
because
they are,
corruption
the more they
doesn't
believe
check
it.
your voter registration before it robs you.
Nobody's gone off script.
True.
While they're
that pizza
terrorizing
at?
immigrant communities right now, they're cutting health care. They're gutting worker protection. They're union busting. They're handing tax breaks to
We need the
billionaires
guy
and
with
sending
Tourette's
the
from the
bill
BAFTA
to the
awards
rest
at this
of
right
us.
now.
That's
He'd
the
be lighting
con.
these people up.
That's the scam. And working people are
That'd be a
done
beautiful
falling
thing.
for it. Tonight, I was supposed to be joined by my good friend and neighbor, Monica Ruiz. Monica is a mother, a community organizer, and a powerful advocate for immigrants' rights. She was ready to bring that fight from Pittsburgh to D.C. to remind
got
folks
deported.
who
She changed
and
her
what
mind.
She
She
has
got
been
deported.
fighting for
No, she just doesn't want us
but
to
right
support
now,
Doesn't wanna come.
Monica's family is in crisis as it's being targeted by ICE.
But she is on
Her
another
son-in-law,
type
Victor,
of time,
was
and that's
assaulted
why
by
she's not
agents
here right
unprompted
now.
after he dropped his brother off at work. They pulled him over without cause. There was no traffic violation, no expired tag, just a man who looked
She's gonna say
brown
got
enough
deported.
to be dragged to one of the
yeah.
worst
It's probably made
detention
up.
centers in the country. Meanwhile, just the other day, Monica's daughter Adriana just gave birth to a baby girl who is yet to meet her father because he's been locked up by this lawless agency. Victor has been in the country for
But
18 years.
is he a criminal? Like-
18 years of working to build a life for himself, his loved ones, and now his new
Only if he
family.
worked on his papers while he was at it.
Is
you
the
know?
real state of our union, where families are being torn apart and traumatized, where corporations get more say in our democracy than the people we elect, where the government would rather protect powerful people and the Epstein files than the women and the girls who were sexually abused. We live in a country where we have one reality for everyday people and another for the rich and the well-connected and the
I thought these people were like pro
We have to change
PDF.
that.
Like, what's
We
the
have
problem with
to
sexual
meet
abuse?
the moment with bold
if you're pro
policies
PDF.
that level the playing field and deliver justice no matter how much money you have. to your
Justice
name.
just means we
That's
win.
why earlier today,
It's so
I
so
announced
contrived.
that
Pure
I'll be
pragmatism.
introducing
You didn't even say
articles
kids,
of
just like
impeachment
women that were
against
sexually
Pam
assaulted.
Bondi.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like Me Too from 2.0.
Trump's DOJ continues to obstruct justice and refusing to comply with our subpoena to release the full, unredacted Epstein files. Bondi must be held accountable for that. And let's not forget, it was Trump who said it first, release the files. So we'll keep that call up no matter what. Because where I come from in Western Pennsylvania, we know what it means to be abandoned by politicians who make big promises and lie and deliver nothing.
Bandit?
We know what it's like when the factories close, when the hospitals cut services, when the schools can't afford to teach, when the corporations are given permission to poison
She's trying to be the next Maxine Waters.
She's
like got that Maxine Waters
We
energy.
know that no matter what language
She's like, my
you
region
speak, what zip code you live in,
deindustrialized, so we know that Epstein files.
and we
It's
are
like, what?
all being
Yeah, right.
squeezed by the
Doesn't
same rigged
Ridiculous.
system. So when Trump points the fingers at immigrants, our trans kids, our protesters, our journalists, understand what he's doing.
Those are the four
He's
problems.
trying to make sure we never
problems.
point the finger where it belongs.
Immigrants, what she
at
said,
the
gay
billionaires
kids,
and the
journalists, so true.
corporations looting our economy, robbing our people, and buying
Gay
our
kid,
democracy.
four
right
problems.
They're the four problems.
Trans gay kid journalists.
Yeah, enough.
Being attacked by Trump.
Are waking up.
Yeah.
Across this country, folks are organizing. Labor and their money. They're refusing to be silent in the face of authoritarianism.
Solid?
But we know fear
Salad.
is their weapon, but
Salad
solidarity
journal.
is our power. So tonight, while Trump paints his fantasy version of America, we're grounded in America, in reality, and we're building something better. In America, where we have Medicare for all, every job that pays a living wage, where no one fears being ripped away from their family. That is the America we're fighting for. And
Every
later
house in
tonight,
America is
I'll
a
be
Trump
delivering the Working Families Party response
It's like the
to
Green
State
New
of
Deal
the
with the gold.
laying out
Yeah, the
exactly
Golden Deal. I
what
like
it
it.
will take to build an economy.
Everybody
and a
make that.
democracy
Everybody
works
get your
for all of us.
towers.
Everyone
Everybody
just is the working
Everybody
So I'm
get
asking you to stay
Probably one
engaged,
tower.
stay
Gold
fired
New-
up,
they're calling it
and
the Gold
tune in
New Deal.
tonight
Per
because
family.
this is about
We're gonna
building
blow
a
out.
movement that is big
gonna blow
enough
out
to
the
defeat
emissions.
authoritarianism, to stand up to
You're gonna be
corporate
choking
power,
us.
and rooted in a simple belief that when working people come together across race, across geography, and across whatever lines they try to divide us by, we are unstoppable. So all power to the people, and thank you all for being with us
See, Phil,
tonight.
it's not about right versus left. It's about us
Versus them, yeah.
Unless you're on the right, then you're not with them.
Well, that's them. It's them.
Then you're the them.
Yeah.
Oh, they lost joy.
Hell yeah, that's how we do it.
Hell yeah. I'm just one of you
Coming up
guys.
next,
Yeah.
It's relatable.
a
Like,
man who
BTFO,
doesn't suffer
you know?
fools from the great state of Arizona. We've got Senator Ruben
You know, her
Gallego.
Reddit
He's going to
karma's
be talking
crazy.
about a
You think they did
man
a
by
dry
the name
run?
of Steve Gomez. Steve
Yeah,
is
there's
a
no way they
father
were.
of 3 from Gilbert, Arizona, and for the last 5 years, Steve and his family have relied on the Affordable Care Act marketplace
Wait, she didn't have those
for
glasses
their
before.
insurance. But let me be clear.
She's doing
Because
the
of
Woody Allen.
Republicans
Old
and
Woody
Donald
Allen.
Trump's
yeah.
big bullshit bill, now Steve has to
Big
decide
dirty words.
what he's going to
Beep.
cut to be able
Dude,
to
she's
afford
like-
health
like a
care
Democrat,
for
but she
his
cusses like
child.
one of us.
Senator Ruben Gallego.
So relatable.
Yeah.
Wow, she's really down to earth. This ain't your average Democrat, folks.
Listen,
Is it James Lindsay? What's he?
Oh, the pizza's here.
Here
you know
comes
how
James
important
Lindsay.
this is? I'm from Arizona.
Kellen is
This
coming with
is
the
cold.
pizza.
This is
Just
why
don't eat into the
But-
microphone.
This is why you trust
That's
the
Let's be
land.
clear what's happening there. They want to call that the State of the Union. It is the state of denial. Because what's going to happen under
good.
that Capitol is a bunch of lies.
That's some wordsmithing.
Lies
dude.
that Donald Trump, the Republicans, are going to tell us about how great this country is doing right now.
There's just like
But what is true, what is happening right now is that Donald Trump, the
Is this
Republicans,
Gallego?
have made this country sicker, poorer,
I
and
just see a
less
chubby
secure.
Mexican guy. So he's got to go.
Sicker,
This
poorer,
is if James
and less
Lindsay was a
secure.
hobbit. Is
How
this
did it
it?
start?
It
As soon
rhymes.
as
You
they
know,
got
that's
in
how you know
there,
it's true.
What did they do?
He's
They went,
got
they
bars,
cut
dude. He's
Medicaid,
spitting
and they
fire.
cut food stamps. Millions of Americans
state
right
of
now
denial.
are without health care. The poorest of our
I'll take
country
my
are
notes,
trying to
please.
figure out how to make ends meet and how to pay
take
for
my
that
radical.
grocery bill because they needed an extra $1 billion for their billionaire friends. And when they had whatever money they had left over,
Remember,
then they used
that's
it to
their
hire the
money.
most amount of ICE agents, to have the massive amount of deportations we have now that are also targeting U.S. citizens, racial profiling Americans, arresting Latino veterans and telling them you are not part of this country and make them prove that they're Americans.
He said
when nobody
Latino.
asked to prove our
Yeah.
citizenship when they were
Latino,
sending us to
Latino.
war for this country. Sicker, poorer,
You ever meet
and
like
more
some white dude
secure.
from Brooklyn who says
Less
mozzarella instead
Let
of
me
pizza?
tell you what
That's
else.
the worst.
You just wanna
Every
hit 'em?
day, every
Yeah.
American is trying to figure out how to buy
like, dude,
food,
you've been here, what,
how
seven-
to
your family
pay
came in
rent,
the 1800s?
how to pay that mortgage. How
That'd be
to
like
get
if
a
I
car,
pronounced
and
English
this
words in a
president
British
has
accent.
done
Like, it make no
nothing
sense.
to help that. $1,000 per
I guess that would just be
average
every
every
word,
American has to
technically.
pay for his tax
Oh, do you guys have any
increases.
sausage?
And now the corporations are going to get all their money back.
You speak
Is every
normal,
American
but
gonna
after
get
every
a
sentence, say
refund
in
for the
it.
$1,000
Yeah.
mistake that this president
Governor.
did? No.
The
Not only
people
that,
who
he's
are
gonna
against the
double
tariffs
down.
can't
He's
articulate,
gonna say, "Screw
with
you,
like respect to
Supreme
Andrew
Court.
Heaton,
I
who
wanna
was
do
on and made an
50%
argument
tax,
why
and
he
guess
doesn't
what?
like
All of you
tariffs.
Americans gonna pay
None of
for
these
it,
people
and now we
understand
have to
tariffs
figure
at
out
all.
again,
Nope.
how are
You're just
we
like,
gonna
Trump
pay
did
for our
something,
rent?
it's bad.
How are we going to pay
Yep.
for electricity?
Trump
How are we
bad.
going to actually pay for everything?
You got to use big
We are
words.
poor
Look at this.
because of Donald Trump
Yeah.
and the
Big nut.
Republicans.
Let's go.
Now let's
You know what you
talk
have to do
about
for liberals
security.
is
Let's talk about
say
security.
something that Trump
In
did
2 weeks, two
using a
Americans
large
were
word
gunned
they
down
can't
by
understand.
federal masked
So, like, go to
agents.
university with the microphone and
in
say,
front of our eyes,
so,
in front of
you know, Donald
your
Trump has
eyes,
obviously
and then
been
they try to
violating the
lie to you.
Constitution.
You
And
saw
we're
with
here
your own eyes
shocked
two Americans
because Trump is
expressing
actually
their First Amendment
increasing
rights, and they
matriculation
said to you
among
that
young
they
people.
deserve to die.
How do you feel about that?
Two
Oh, it's
Americans.
terrible. It's the worst thing ever. Like,
2,000
And then once I get
federal
all of these
agents,
people to say that
mass
college is
federal
bad,
agents
I'll get them all to sign a
suppressing
petition, and then
citizens in Minnesota,
college is out.
acting as if they're a military occupation.
Just don't eat into
You
the
do not
microphones.
military
Yes, sir.
occupy
Oh, it smells so
anything in
good.
any part of this country. Those are U.S. citizens. They deserve the right to free speech. They deserve the right to say there's something
Yes,
wrong in our
dude.
community,
Gosh.
and they deserve the right to
Take
protect
that, Italy.
themselves and say, "I will not stand for this. I will invoke my First Amendment rights and get out
The
of my
worst thing
city."
is that because it's our job, we have to listen to these people.
I mean,
say,
it's fun.
They're
Yeah,
going to lie
they're
to you.
boycotting Trump's State
And
of the
I'm
Union,
not
saying we won't
saying
listen
this
to him. And I'm like,
because
bro, we
I'm
listen
just
to every
another
one of Biden's
politician.
speeches.
I'm telling you
We want to
because
know what
I
he's
have
talking
heard
about.
it.
But these
We
people are in a
talked
cult.
about Steve Gomez
Phil, can you bring me
wanted to
some,
do everything he could.
Can you bring me some
Not,
paper towels?
not to have
Thank you,
to accept
Is
some of
Papa
these for
John's
his
like
kids.
the best pizza
he
ever
wants
made?
To provide. He wants to
Definitely up there.
continue to have.
That little
his,
girl, she was in Italy and she was
his
crying 'cause she
personal
wanted Papa
business.
John's.
He wants to
They didn't
be
have it?
a
Yeah.
responsible citizen.
Garbage,
now
like
he has
flatbread
to
they
make
call
that
pizza.
decision. He has to make a decision right now.
I hope
Will
so.
I continue to pay for this very expensive health care,
You earned that.
or
You
will
earned
I
that, Phil.
gamble? Will I pay for my health care, or will I pay the mortgage? That decision was forced upon him by an uncaring Republican administration, by uncaring Trump, who only wants to find more and more money to give more and more tax cuts to the richest of the country that do not need it right now.
Do not eat it?
They're
Yeah, that's
making
what I
us
heard.
sicker,
What?
poorer,
It's not their
and less
money.
secure. Let's change that, America. We are better than
I
what
hate the
is
fact
under
that Democrats just
capital
sit there and
right
continue
now.
to behave
We
as if,
can
like,
make this country again
it's
the
their
best
money to
country in the
decide
world,
what they can
where
do with it.
everyone
You know,
is
it's like
richer,
taxes are
where everyone
ours.
is
You're
more
taking
secure,
away
and we are
our tax
proud
money. It's
of
mine.
everyday
No,
work that
they're
we
not,
can say
'cause it's not
that
yours.
America
Yeah, I'm
is
starting to think
getting
these
better,
Democrats are
will
kinda
be better,
hypocritical.
and will one day be
just
the
me,
best.
though.
Thank you so much. Stay in the fight.
Thank you, gay guy. What was his name? Ruben?
Wait,
Next
wrong,
up,
wrong
we got,
Ruben.
We got a gay guy, and then up that we got a gay lady.
Y'all okay?
Exhibit
You
A.
doing
It's a
all
gay
right?
lady.
She's
How
gay?
many of you
Probably.
remember Kilmar Abrego Garcia? How many of you guys remember Kilmar?
Jay
Wave your hand
McCollier.
if you remember. Well, coming to the stage
yes.
is the man who had the courage, the cojones
All,
to go
everything.
and
Cojones.
find
All at
him
once.
at CCOP.
See, why
And-
would they say that? That's
Oh,
sexist.
Look at that. My fans are back. What I always say is, you
Wait,
know
hold
who
on.
I am, and I don't know who you are. That means you're a fan, you're a fan, you're a fan, you're a fan. Go ahead and keep on standing me. Keep on standing me.
I
'cause
think
don't
they were
know
yelling
who the
F
hell
Trump.
you are, but
She
you
just
know
quoted
me.
Drake.
Hallelujah.
No,
Keep on being my fan.
Weren't they yelling F Trump,
Coming to the
F ICE?
stage is the great Chris Van Hollen.
But she can't understand what they're saying, so
Senator
she's
Chris
like,
Van
"You're
Hollen
bad."
of the great state of
Just
Maryland.
dumped
He'll
on
be
her
joined by Jenna Norton, a public health scientist focused on health equity and data standards to improve health outcomes in kidney and urologic diseases. She was a lead organizer of the Bethesda
equity, huh?
Declaration, a whistleblower letter to the NIH director and members of Congress detailing this harm. In
Health
November
equity.
2025,
Remember those
she was
buzzwords, guys.
placed
Health
on
equity.
retaliatory administrative leave. So you're going to want to give her a major round of applause. Senator Van Hollen.
Back from El Salvador.
Hello, American patriots all.
Patriot. Wait. Excuse me for a second.
We are gathered
Well, fast
here
one.
in this place
You got copyright
because
there.
we love our country. And we know that our democracy is not on automatic pilot. And we know that
Patriots
we,
know
the
that we're not
people,
a
must
democracy.
mobilize to save it. Are you out here to save our democracy?
No.
No. Here to overthrow it.
And you're going to hear from a moment from my guest, who is a research scientist at NIH.
Oh, great, a
Who was
nerd.
able to stand up and speak
You know, State of the
truth
Union,
to
like we got,
power,
like, Kid
and
Rock
you're going
coming
to
out,
hear
Nick Shirley's
her
hanging out.
tonight.
Yeah, we got
tell
some
that
lab coat and
story.
then some, like,
Thank
professor.
you
It's
for
like,
being
cool.
here,
We got the
Dr.
hockey
Jordan.
players. We got the jocks.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, we
Now
got like a gay guy, some
know
nerds,
the state
some lab
of our
coats. It's gonna be
union.
sick.
We know it is under attack from a lawless president who is shredding our Constitution and who is attacking our democracy. A president whose private ICE army executes Americans and then calls the victims domestic terrorists. That is what Donald Trump and his administration said. We are here because we know our country is being robbed
funny because, like,
by the most corrupt
watching this as a Trump supporter, everything they're saying, you're going like,
history,
okay, all right.
Yeah.
who's
Trump did
exploiting
that, yes.
the Oval Office to enrich
I like
himself,
him,
his families, and his
Oh,
billionaire
please. He's selling watches,
buddies.
dude.
Also, they're not domestic
A
terrorists.
president who
International. They're
continues
illegally.
to hide portions of the Epstein files from both the survivors and the American people. When are they going to release the files?
I mean, it is crazy how the Epstein files is literally just like a left-wing thing now.
A president
So
who
crazy.
wants to erase our history. Are we going to let him erase America's history?
Erase our history.
A president who promised
I thought
that
they
on
wanted
day
to do
one,
that. They're like
he would
taking down
bring
statues
down
all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
No, Trump's erasing history.
But instead, ever since he was sworn in, we've seen prices and costs go up on the American
With these
people,
guys, American
even
history
as
started
he
with FDR.
refuses to extend
literally.
tax cuts, tax credits that help people afford
Everything
their
before
health care.
Woodrow Wilson was a mistake.
We have a president who
Everything
seeks
after?
not to build
Everything
a
before
more
Woodrow
perfect
Wilson was a
union,
mistake.
but
Everything
one
since Woodrow
who
Wilson they
wants to
endorsed.
tear
Oh,
it
right.
down.
I was like, what are you
And a
saying? Phil?
president who said he would stop wars, but instead is responsible for war crimes and, as we speak, is threatening wars.
Yeah, like
We
cool
need
war
to
crimes.
stop him. We are
Yeah, like
gathered
cocktail
here
camps,
because we
awesome.
know that
The boats,
we
they'll
cannot
say.
pretend
That's illegal.
that
There's a
any
rumor,
of this
Cal was
is
mentioning
normal.
this, that they
And
may
that
strike
we will
Iran
not
tonight.
and must not pretend
Maybe that's why
that
Trump's
this
gonna do a
is
3-hour
business as
speech.
Yeah, he pulls up a
usual.
live
We
stream.
must get in the way
All right, check
of
this
Donald
out.
Trump's
Now we're
march
going to
toward
roll tape.
fascism.
This is
We
a
cannot
live
take
footage
our country down
of a
that
cruise
road.
missile strike. Like,
It's on the
And
pilot's
what
GoPro. He's like
Donald
talking to
Trump
Trump.
Yeah.
wants to do
It's
is
like the
what we
NFL. He's
know
doing
all
circles like
bullies
like a commentator.
Hello, Mr. President.
all
You see, he's
dictators
gonna push it in
do.
right here.
and
He
now
wants
for
to
a television
intimidate
first,
all of us.
the bombing of a
He wants
nation
us
and
to
declaration
sit
of war
obediently
live on
and
TV.
quietly
He gets in
while
game
he
chat.
lies and lies
Come in,
and lies.
he takes
to
a
the
hand out
American
with a
people.
mouthpiece.
Yeah, he's
And
talking.
he pulls a,
In other
key, a
words, he
keyboard
wants
comes up
us
and a
to
mouse.
shut up
I'm gonna
and
fly
sit
the
down.
drone myself.
So I have a question
this out.
for all of you patriots.
This was in the big
Are
beautiful
you going to
bill.
shut up?
You didn't read it.
Hell no.
I get to do this.
Are you going to sit down?
No.
Hell no.
I am sitting.
We're not going to
I'm sitting.
stand
I
down.
have
We're going
to
to
sit. It's
stand
my
up
job.
just like the people in Minneapolis who have taken to the streets, who are blowing the whistle to protect their neighbors and to protect our Constitution, and who are getting in the way
They're illegals.
of the president's efforts to tear down our country.
How does
Now,
that
look,
how
we
does that
know
compute?
Donald
Like
Trump
they're here
is unpopular,
illegally.
and we
Why
know
is
he
sending illegals back an
knows
effort to tear
he's
down our
unpopular.
country?
Tear down our country.
So tonight,
It's an
right
interesting
up
thing
that
to say.
hill,
I don't say
in
that.
the
so
United States
ridiculous.
Capitol, he's going to pretend that he really wants to help working Americans. He's going to pretend that he does want to bring down those prices.
Oh, wow.
And we know that that is not what he wants, because just a few
Is
weeks
there
ago,
one Republican in the country that's watching
when we
this and
talked
going,
about
wait
the
a second?
affordability crisis,
He's got
he
a
said
point,
that was
you know?
a big hoax. Do you remember?
He's gonna lie? Yeah.
He said
Wait,
that
he's
was a
been
hoax.
lying this whole time.
Well, it's real.
I had no idea.
I had no clue.
And we all need to make sure that we put forward ideas to deal with it. So, in my view, it's not enough that we hold the line against Donald Trump. We must do. But let's face it, we also need to show the American people that we are willing to stand
pizza
up
just
and
slides
fight
off as soon as you
against
pick
big
it.
corporate special interests to the benefit of all of the American people.
Papa John
Are we going to do
Shatner's
that
watching.
together?
Compliments.
You know what I'm gonna do next time? I'm gonna make you guys eat
Because
hot dogs.
We
look,
need to
man.
make
Knock back a few
sure
bl- I'm-
Because
that we
I like-
love
yeah.
the Reagan
No
tax code.
self-respecting man eats a hot
tax
dog on
code
camera.
that
Oh, I'm
right
not-
now
Eat it from the middle
favors
first.
people
Yeah.
to make
Hey, I'll
money
knock
off
back
of
if
money
you-
Look,
over
I am-
people
Man, I'll knock those
who
back.
earn a check.
I like
check
hot
with
dogs
their
a lot, to
hard
be honest
work.
with
Are we
you.
going to change that?
Call me the throat goat.
We
I
need
earned
to
that.
make sure
Is that
I'll order
all of
Portillo's.
you
They do the
don't pay high
overnight shipping.
I'll
electric
knock those back
bills,
like Tic Tacs,
so
dude.
data centers that are owned by the richest
Tim, I'll eat
corporations
hot
on the
dogs on your
planet
OnlyFans.
can make
For
more
you.
money.
I'll do it for
Are
you.
we gonna
I'll start
make
an
sure
OnlyFans
that
just
your
for
electricity
for
bills
Let's start an
don't go up
OnlyFans.
for
Literally
them?
just one video of you just
eating
slamming
hot
out.
And we need to make sure that big
From the
oil
middle.
and the
You'll
biggest
probably make money.
polluters don't pass
It's
on
12
the
hours
check
of a
to
loop.
all
Yeah,
of
but the
us
gross thing
because
No,
is-
it's 12
polluters
hours of
should
me
pay.
eating this thing.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You think it's
And
like,
we
haha,
need
it's a
to
funny
make
joke.
sure
People
that
watch for fun.
big tech
Not dudes are still going to
doesn't
goon off
write
to it,
all
you
the
know?
rules, that we write the rules and we make sure
Yeah, Jay, eat that hot dog
AI
from the
doesn't
middle.
strip Americans of the dignity of work. Are we going to do that? And we're going to make sure they can't snuff out,
You know what we need to do?
snuff out the light on the Statue
For stuff
of
like
Liberty.
this, we need to just get
Are we
the
right
cameras
about that, my fellow Americans?
on the couch and put my feet up.
So look, we have a
Get
lot
lav
of
mics.
work to
Yeah.
do.
Honestly.
And I'm often asked by people, when's the cavalry coming?
The cavalry?
There isn't
Where are
one.
they?
No, he said
And
cavalry.
my message to you, and you know
That's-
this because
he-
you're
the-
here.
the cavalry
is you
and the cavalry are different
the
things.
Different things,
cavalry.
yeah.
He said it again.
You are we the people.
He said cavalry.
I know all of
Yes,
you
that is, right?
remember that right
I know
after
what
he was
cavalry
sworn
is.
in,
Yeah. The
Donald
Death
Trump
of Christ
began
at
his
Calvary versus
unlawful assault
a dragoon on horseback with a sword.
federal employees.
Cavalry
Federal
versus
employees
cavalry.
who work
Yeah.
every
You got
day
it
to
wrong.
deliver
I know what cavalry is. I don't know what
services
it
to the
He, said,
American
he keeps saying
people.
cavalry.
Cavalry,
You
yeah.
remember he brought in Elon Musk,
Calvary Chapel.
who took out his chainsaw not to make
The site
government
outside of
more
Jerusalem
efficient,
where Jesus Christ
but
was
to rig
crucified.
the government
Yeah, it was a
in
Golgotha.
favor of billionaires
Cavalry.
like him.
Oh, I know what he's
One
referring
of the
to.
people
The Golgothan from
who stood
Dogma.
up
Yeah.
and spoke out
The shit demon.
was Dr. Jenna
Duh.
Norton,
What a good movie.
We all
Really
miss
enjoyed
that,
it.
guys.
a career public health researcher at the National Institutes of Health. Dr. Norton
90s,
blew the
man.
whistle on the outrageous actions that threaten the health and well-being of the American people. And she has been retaliated against because she was willing to stand up and tell the truth. But here's what we all know. When the history of this moment is written, the politicians and the law firms and the universities and the corporations who appease the bullies will be exposed as the cowards they are. And the people who are standing up to save our democracy, like all of you gathered here today, and people like
Snacks are
Dr.
okay.
How long do you think they're going to be there? Can I order them a pizza?
As
Oh,
those
yeah, from
who
Tim Pool.
preserved our Constitution.
That'd be pretty funny.
and
They'd never
our
make it. The pizza guy's
democracy.
gonna walk up and be
ladies
like, "Thanks."
gentlemen,
If a DoorDasher
please
walking
give a
around,
warm
they probably think he's a
welcome
speaker.
to
If
If you're going to
Dr.
order anybody
Jenna
anything, you
Norton.
order Trump a Big Mac fry and a Coke.
You could probably get to that.
Actually, that would be really funny if, like, in the middle of the address, he's like, "Please,
Thank you,
security,
Senator
make way," and like a
McMillan.
DoorDash guy comes in with a
so
bag.
honored
Thank you.
to
I
be
was
here
getting
today,
famished.
speaking up with so many
If I'm gonna do
other
3
great
hours, I need
people.
to eat.
If you send him food,
In
it's
my
going to be
personal
4.
capacity,
He's like,
Have you ever
"Oh,
seen
that's
him
boring
eat?
me." No.
as Senator
No.
Lynn
You've seen him with
Hawley
food in front of him, but you
in
ever
November
actually seen him eat it?
2025,
See him knock
I
back
was
fries. There's a
placed
picture of
on
him knocking back some
administrative
fries.
Yeah.
Knocking back,
from the
huh?
job that I love
Slamming
at the
glizzies
National
like
Institutes of
TikTok,
Health.
Tic Tacs.
Has he slammed?
Because I blew the
He's probably
whistle
slammed some
on the
glizz dogs.
wrongdoing that
I would
saw.
imagine.
I'm sure
Not
he's
on
had hot
camera,
dogs, yeah.
for sure.
I don't
The
think
Trump
water dogs?
administration
the only time
put
Donald Trump has
research
walked further than a mile in his life is at a golf
public
course.
health at risk
Yes.
by a-
Yeah.
I imagine, like, most of his life, he walks out of a building, there's a car waiting for him.
Because he believes in like you have a
Is that
finite
better?
amount of energy.
And he's proving it because he's obese and 80 years old.
Thank
like,
you,
gets more
Senator
energy
Van
every
Hollen,
year.
and thank you for letting me know that you couldn't hear me.
I mean, as far as 8
All right,
I'm
let's hear
very
it.
honored
looks
to be
great.
here today with
But
all
why
of
does
the
she
great
have
folks
to
who have
look
been
like a
speaking
nerd?
up. And I am
Like, you
here
can
in
be
my
a nerd,
personal
but you can still do
capacity.
your hair and, like, get
So
contact
Senator Van
lenses.
Because
Hollen
hot
noted,
is right-wing coded.
I was placed on administrative leave in November of last year because I spoke up about the wrongdoing that I was seeing in a job that I used to love at the National Institutes of Health until it was fundamentally changed. The Trump administration put research participants and public health at risk when they abruptly terminated NIH studies. By halting these studies, they also wasted taxpayer resources. When you halt a study, a 5-year study, a $5 million study,
I feel like doing
4
push-ups
years
right now
in,
because my time
you
is being
don't
wasted.
Save $1 million.
Like, I feel like
you waste
I gotta
$4
do
million.
something.
Is there another like a random live stream?
What is
And
that?
they continue to this day to censor
They're like Pringles,
research
but, you know, gluten
in violation of the courts,
There you go.
erasing people from
I bet they're the
science
same
who
thing as
don't
Pringles,
fit
like
their
same factory.
vision.
You
Black
slap
people,
a label on it and you
Hispanic
spend more
people,
money on them.
immigrants, LGBTQ
Pringles
plus people,
gluten-free?
all Americans
Tate.
who deserve to have their unique
research
Yeah,
needs
Pringles. I
addressed.
think it's like they just puree
creating
potatoes
a science
and then
that
press it
serves
into a
the
sheet
few
and then cut 'em.
instead of a science that serves all of us.
But everybody knows the best potato chips are the greasiest kettle chips you can get. Just you open the bag and oil just pours
When
out.
this began, I knew that speaking up was my
You ever
right.
have a Frito pie?
But I also believed that it was my duty.
Southern delicacy, bro.
I first
Bag of
spoke
Fritos,
up
chili and
inside the
cheese
National
sauce.
Institutes
You
of
fold the
Health.
top, you get a fork.
But when my concerns
serve that at
were
my lunch
not
room in
addressed
Texas.
by leadership at NIH,
Well, it's because
I
Fritos
felt
are like
that
the
I had
great
no
loot.
choice
Like you get
but
the
to join
variety
with
pack.
hundreds
They
of
really
my
are.
colleagues
Fritos
at
leftover.
NIH
Like the
to
chili
take those
cheese ones.
concerns to the public.
Yeah, that's like the common loot.
Those and Cheetos.
What would the orange loot be then? Orange /
Tonight,
yellow?
You are hearing from
Lay's?
those most
No.
affected by the Trump
Like
administration.
Mrs. What's-Her-Face's kettle
But civil
barbecue
servants
chips.
like me
gonna say
are
nacho
not
cheese
the
Doritos.
only ones affected.
Spicy nacho.
The lawlessness at the
That's right.
National Institutes of
You
Health
can burn
affects
Fritos, you
all
know,
of
like
us.
a.
Did you see the guy who
Last year,
warmed his
the
house in a
Trump
wood stove with
administration
Krispy Kreme donuts?
24%
Really?
Yeah, he said
fewer
that
new
calorie for
research
calorie,
studies with about
it's
the
cheaper
same
to buy
amount of
Krispy
money.
Kreme donuts to
That
to heat a wood
means
stove than it
fewer
is actual
future
wood.
cures
The
for
wood
all
pellets
of
are
us.
expensive, so he just stuffed a dozen
The Trump
glazed, and he's like, it's
administration
cheaper,
also
and he lit them up.
20%
That's hilarious.
fewer early career researchers,
Well, you know,
creating a brain
Krispy Kreme
drain
donuts are
that
definitely
will
more
damage
delicious
our
than
economy
your average
and end
log.
American leadership in science exploration.
Is it any
As our
surprise
best
to
and our
literally anybody that the
brightest
men's
seek
hockey
positions abroad.
team was like, we'll totally be there, and the women's were like, oh, we can't.
Yeah.
No.
The Trump
This is politics. The women are like,
administration tried to
what will people
silence
think of me
us
if I
by
go?
putting me
And the guys
other
were like,
federal
let's
employees who have
go.
spoken up on
Yeah, repeal the
retaliatory
19th.
administrative leave. They do not want you to know
I mean, then
how they
she
are
can say whatever she
destroying
wants.
your
Well,
government.
because Trump,
we'll be like, that's right, man.
Trump's joke was that women overreact to jokes,
we will
and
not
then women responded
stop
by completely
speaking up.
overreacting to the
I
joke.
think
get loud
Trump's
together.
joke was kind of like,
This
you're not the only ones
is
going,
our
bros.
country,
Like, you know, we got to invite
and
them
when
too.
we come
I don't-
together,
they
we
say
are
he was
powerful.
insulting the women. I'm like, no, he wasn't.
Thank you.
So yeah, he's just like,
A playful rib, like it's not just you, you know.
you know how they can be, and then they beat exactly like you. Yeah, like, Exhibit A, you know.
I think you need
That's
a
exactly
group
what
of
we need to be
tribespeople
hearing
behind
tonight.
you that go.
Coming up next, we have a
Anytime
congressman
you-
from the
anytime you
state
make a
of
comment.
Texas who's the
Republicans
chair
need more, like,
of
desert
the
people in the
Democratic
coalition.
Congressional Progressive
I mean, from like
Caucus.
Arizona and
These
making some tribal
days, people
noises.
look at the word progressive and they think
Palm
it
Springs.
means something,
Yeah.
but it's not. What it
They keep letting her
is
back up. She's got
every
nothing to say.
basic human thing that we
Guys,
all
I
deserve.
think we need to.
We should get it.
I think we need
that
to
means
open the borders.
affordable health care. That
That's an interesting
means
take.
due process.
Yeah, I think we just need
that
as much
means basic human
threat
civil
of
rights.
death
Congressman
so that people
Greg Casar
realize
from the state of Texas
we don't
is
want to
here
live that
with
way
a woman
anymore. You
by
know,
the name of
like
Jill
my thought
Portick.
process is.
Jill is a retiree from
Yeah,
last
I'm
year.
gonna
Her
turn it out for a
premiums
second
used to
and just
be
say this.
$75
The saying is that a man builds a fence around his house to protect his wife from a wolf. Then the wolf comes and tells the woman the fence was put there to imprison her and she should tear it down. So she does, and the wolf promptly eats her. And I'm like, well, you know, maybe we would stop getting these like fat. You know, if you wonder why so many liberals are just morbidly obese, because they're soft. They're cookie dough people. You know, we got to bring a little danger back to the equation. Maybe we need to, you know what we need to do? We need to intentionally breed wolves, not to bring back to control deer population, but just to scare people.
Yeah.
You know, like you're walking to the store and a wolf just pops out and you're like, and that everyone, bro, guns, universal gun rights across the board overnight if we do that.
You're making Nick Fuentes' argument.
I'm joking, but is that his argument?
Yeah.
Bring wolves back.
No,
to scare
about like basically let Democrats win because the right wing doesn't actually
Let it all burn down.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
see how dangerous and bad things are.
So you're advocating terror. Terror in Timtown.
No. It is not terrorism if it's a wolf doing it.
$1
It's nature.
off of being president is going to lecture you, the American people, about how good you have it.
I don't know, but
A man who is
over a
building
sweater,
himself
the problem
a
I'm experiencing
golden ballroom
is that I'm getting a
is gonna
release of
tell
endorphins
you
from the smell
that
of the
if you're
pepperoni
struggling
pizza.
to get by,
Yeah.
that's your fault.
And it's a
because he's
conflicting
killing it.
emotion where I'm like,
A man who flies
it's so
around
good,
in a
but this is so
$400
annoying, you know?
million
I wish I could have been
palace
like
in the
these
sky
obese liberals
is
while
gonna
I'm
tell
shoveling
you
Papa John's.
how good
They're
the
getting
economy
soft.
take a
actually
slice of
is.
Papa John's and roll it up.
He's going to tell us that the State of the Union is
Have you ever
strong.
seen the in Philly they do this with cheesesteak?
Strong for who?
You get a slice of pizza, you put a cheesesteak
Donald
on it,
Trump
and you roll it
and
into the
his
pizza
billionaire
slice.
donors' bottom line might be strong. The
Make you
Epstein
alive.
class
We
certainly
drove to
is
Philly
going
once
strong.
to get like 12 of them.
But the state
And I was
of
telling
our
Alice, I was like,
union is about
should we have
all
someone
of us.
drive 3 hours to
And
Philly to get like 20 of them and bring them back for everybody?
Rich friends
Think we
know
should.
that it's a disaster.
Billy, I'll pay
think-
the tolls. I'll pay the tolls.
Our
think we'll do that on
union
Friday.
is not strong.
Wait,
When
Lisa
millions
lives there.
of
Lisa,
folks like Jill
grab a
Lisa,
bunch
she
of
has to come down.
are
Yeah.
seeing their health
Lisa
care
Reynolds, if you
premiums
can hear
go
me,
up
please bring me
2
pizza
times,
rolls.
You're on
4
the
times,
show
5
Friday,
times,
Lisa.
10 times higher.
They
Our
recommend
union
you
is
use
not
the Philly
strong.
name.
When
Thank you,
Americans fear they can be killed or taken by masked agents
thank you.
in our streets. And now the latest news is that Trump is going
Why
to
do they
talk
keep
about in
bringing
his speech
random women up
tonight
with him?
Yeah.
another tax cut for the richest people in this country and for big
That's
corporations.
his support animal.
Yeah, I think so.
17 million Americans are already paying
9
for
o'clock.
Donald
Is the
Trump's
Don-
last billionaire
Don on?
tax cut by losing their health care.
It was at 9, right?
Do we need
Yeah.
another one? Read my lips. No
don't make
new
me.
billionaire tax cuts. It's time for them to pay
Oh, that
their
was
fair
cringe.
share
That was a
so that
throwback,
every
dude.
man, woman, and child
Bush
in this
Senior
country
throwback.
can have a job
I
that
hate
pays a
that
living
stuff so
wage
much.
and affordable
Like,
child care and health care as a
Time for the
basic human
billionaires
right
to pay
for
their
every
fair
single
share.
person.
They pay the lion's share of the taxes.
And while
then he
we're
said,
at it, we should
so
get
that way
big
they can,
money
so that
out
way
of
middle class
politics
people
so
can have
that
a
both
job. It's like,
parties answer
who do you think
to the people
gives jobs to
and
middle
not to
class
the
people?
billionaires.
I want the billionaires paying less now.
Absolutely.
Not another
shouldn't be paying
cent
at all.
to the billionaire class,
I'm
not
tired.
another
These poor
cent
people
to
get
the
mouthed
Epstein class.
I mean,
we
I
will
wanna
fight
see- I
this
wanna
Trump
see
proposal
federal taxes
tonight,
abolished.
tooth and nail, and we will make sure that the
Don't be
Republicans
Epstein
that vote
class.
for it lose their jobs. What do y'all say?
No. What is that?
No, we don't need to
Tribal
hear
cry.
what Donald Trump says tonight because we see what he does. He steals from working
gotta be
Americans
honest.
to give to the rich.
They'd win
Donald
way more
Trump
votes
doesn't owe us a
if they just
2-hour
went,
rambling speech.
da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
He owes the American people their money back.
I met an old man along the way.
If he wants to help the
Oh,
American
the
people,
power went
he
out.
should
Out,
shut
yeah.
up and pay up and give every family the
Can't pay their bills.
$1,700 that he took from them with his illegal
Oh, I
tariffs.
bet they're
How
shutting
about
it down
that?
when he starts.
Shut it down.
How about instead of giving us a
All
rambling
right.
speech,
Is
he
Trump
gives
on
us
now?
the $4 billion
No,
back
not
he
yet.
took in bribes while he's been president this last year?
It's just
How about instead of wasting our time in that Capitol, he gives us the $1
You're not
trillion
gonna let Meemaw
back he
come
gave in
up?
tax cuts to the
Meemaw?
1%.
Meemaw's next up.
But
Oh,
he's
he's
probably
saying
not
on
going to
the
give us that, so
Meemaw
it's
polls,
time
the State
for
of the
us
Union.
to go and do
Meemaw's
it
next.
ourselves.
we got him. We got
Because
Trump.
I
Look at
know
him.
things
He's
are
pointing.
bad, y'all.
We're just waiting for him to
But
start
here's
talking.
the
You're
thing
gay.
about the state of our union.
You're a
We
gay
can
guy.
change it.
That's what he's doing.
You know the
that?
phrase.
Hopefully.
All right, I'm
We
gonna.
the people.
He's
We're
pointing.
gonna start gearing up because Trump's gonna speak any minute now. But, ladies and gentlemen, I have to be honest with you. I've made a wager on tonight's State of the Union address. Indeed, if Donald Trump says the word transgender, I am going to win the 10,000. Doesn't matter. So they're saying it's only 68%. My portfolio is hurt. I win $200 if Donald Trump says transgender as part of his
for everyone.
Because what happened was, we're done with those people. We'll keep it up a little bit in case something happens. But what happened was, I saw a scoop that Trump is bringing a detransitioner to the State of the Union as a guest, and was going to make a comment on the shift in what's been going on with surgeries and the major announcements that we've seen since. And as soon as that went live, I went to call Sheen. It was like 50% that he'll say yes, and I was like, okay, I'm going to buy this. Because I'm always talking about how I watch the news all day, and if I invested based off of the news that I saw, I'd probably make a bunch of money. So instantly, it jumped to like 70% that he's going to say it. And so I think I might turn a little profit off of gambling.
Transgender for everyone.
Like detransition, then you have like a hockey player, and then you have like someone that's like had a relative killed by a illegal immigrant. And it's just James O'Keefe coming on a different disguise.
You know, have you ever seen that thing where the guy does the hot and crazy graph?
Oh, yeah.
And it's like a woman who is not crazy and is okay is in the Mary zone. A woman who is in the super hot, but she's in the crazy zone. That's
fun zone.
Fun zone. And then he was like, over here, the 10 attractive with 0 crazy it's a unicorn. They don't exist. And then I was like, actually, no, it's James O'Keefe.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you ever meet a woman and she's super into you and asking all these questions about you, it's James O'Keefe.
Yeah. It's either a Fed trying to kill you or James O'Keefe. If any guys watching the audience, if any woman ever shows any interest in you, run. It's either a Fed or James O'Keefe.
We did that bit for Cast Castle with James O'Keefe where Janie Kilstein was talking to this beautiful woman, and he was like, I can't believe you're talking to me. And she's like, yeah. Is there any like corporate malfeasance you're involved in? You want to tell me about it? He's like, well, actually. And then the camera pans to him and it pans back. It's James in a wig. He's like, tell me more.
James is such a good sport too.
Yeah, he's a
How does
funny
it
guy.
even work on? It's like, do you want to issue any threats right now? Like,
This
you
is
like
the-
issuing threats? I'm really into that.
It's the funniest things about James O'Keefe, where like these women are on dates with the guy, and they're like, "So, like, tell me about bribery and corruption that you're involved in." He's like, "Oh, okay," and they just go off.
Yeah.
So I once like had a guy illegally arrested. Really? And she's like, "Tell me more. Speak clearly."
That was a crazy idea you had. So you actually study and get information, and then you invest based on that.
Well, no, I never
Isn't
did.
that what every bit of investing is?
Oh, no. No, my point is, every day when we do this show, sometimes we break news, like someone will be like, "Hey, yo, this thing just happened," and they'll pull it up. And I've pointed out that most people don't invest on the immediate breaking news. It's the next day. So I was like, if we actually just bought shares and traded, crypto or other things based on the news we're seeing live when we're doing it, we're hours ahead of the average person. We'd profit. I mean, we're not ahead of the AI or anything like that, but we'd profit. And so Ian was talking about graphene years ago. So I invested in a company that produces carbon products and graphene. I'm up like 20 grand, I think. And I was like, Ian once stormed into my room like Kramer. I've told the story a million times. He like knocks on the door to our old the old studio we were in at the castle, and he just knock, open the door, like, "Oh, dude, you gotta buy Palantir. Like, have you heard about this? It's public now. It's $13. And I was like, "Ian, I know, I heard of Palantir. What are you talking about?" He's like, "Bro, I'm telling you right now, you gotta go, just buy a bunch of shares of Palantir." And then I was like, "I don't know, dude. I'm not gonna buy. It's at like $180 right now, out of like 12x my money,
When was that?
Oh, bro, that was like 2020, maybe. Yeah, maybe 2021 or something. Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently waiting for the State of the Union to go live.
For the big Don.
Yeah, zip it, lady.
I will check some other formal streams like PBS and stuff to see if they've got any live from the room or anything like
They're
that.
streaming on AP.
Got Big Bird in there.
Something just kind of.
What is it? Is it like the room?
Coming in. Yeah, it is.
All right. We can. We can.
There you go.
Let's.
I could have printed on call sheet. So stupid.
Printed.
So stupid.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. There's So
Aaron.
I do believe George Santos is there.
George Santos.
And so so here's what happened.
Text him.
We pulled up the call sheet and it was like, who will attend the State of the Union? And George Santos was one of the guys. It was at 9%. And I was like, if I bet like $100 on him, I win $1,000. And then I was like, what? I'll just text him right now. And I sent him a text. And he responded. And at the time, I was like, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to just put it out there. But I did. Oh, here we go. Let's roll. I believe he is there. I'll put it like that.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
Look at that. He's actually pretty close to on time.
Yep. Only 6 minutes late. I'm glad the Democrats aren't there because now it's mostly going to be cheering. No jeering. And that means the average American who watches this will just hear Trump being celebrated.
Yep.
Oh, Justin Amash in the back.
Was he really?
Yeah.
Huh. He'll be booing. All these people that like run to the aisle to shake his hand.
Yeah, they were lying, claiming Massey was going to be sitting in the Democrats' aisle.
Look at that guy just standing there acting like he's not coming down the aisle. I need to look at him. Got to prove my Democrat bona fides.
Everybody wants to stand there. Oh, is that Troy? Troy Nails?
Their eyes.
So you know what the scary thing is? Most of these liberals, if they were ever forced to sit down with Trump, just like actually meet him, they'd fall in love with him.
Well, yeah, I mean...
That's why they won't look at him.
It's true. And that's why they can't watch the show. That's why they're like, don't watch.
I can't believe he's
Because you meet Trump, he is a professional charmer. That's his whole career. He's a salesman. He figured out how to make you feel like you're the best.
You see Al Green is trying to talk to him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, oh, no.
He's got a sign.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go.
Get out of here with that.
Wow.
Why is he not, like, banned?
Yeah, they threw him out.
Such an embarrassment.
Awesome. He just snapped his little sign. He probably put some.
Snapped
He's trying to put it back together. He can't. He can't figure it out.
He's probably going to scream again and get thrown out. They're doing it because they want clicks.
Yeah.
It's a stunt.
I mean, he's already got impeachment articles written up for if the Democrats take the House back.
Hey, look, it's Brett Kavanaugh and Amy Coney Barrett. Is he? Oh, he didn't shake her hand. He shook Kavanaugh's hand and he ignored Coney Barrett.
Really?
Well, you saw what he said recently about the Supreme Court, except for Kavanaugh, Alito, and Thomas, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's
They're
pissed.
just barely invited, yeah.
Clarence Thomas is like the best statesman we have.
Absolutely.
Oh, it's the fentanyl. Yeah. Anyway.
Fetterman.
Did he shake Fetterman's hand?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I like Fetterman.
Look at Fetterman dressed in it. He actually is wearing a suit. Look at that. I almost didn't recognize him.
It would just be so cool if, like, fireworks and, like, WWE lights and...
It's one of those T-shirts that's a suit. It's not actually a suit.
Yeah. I actually would find that hilarious. What do we got? What do we got? We got the Trump family. We got Barron Trump, 8 feet tall. Not even a joke.
Anunnaki.
Oh, yeah.
There's Thomas Massey.
Massey with the Republicans.
Media lied, of course they did. The last person to stop clapping gets executed.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. It's house rules. Yeah, I'd stand there for hours making them play this. I could.
Oh, no, it's the first person who stops clapping gets executed.
Yeah.
That's North Korea, right?
No,
Stalin did that
like
too.
a while ago, 11 minutes. Someone was finally like, all right, I'm going to wind it down.
And then he killed him?
Good. We MAGA loyalists.
People were falling over out of fatigue.
Oh, look at him. Look at Al Green.
Al Green is Trump should go over there and steal it.
No, someone just did.
Yeah.
Someone walked over and tried grabbing it from him.
They should bring it
Can we bring props to the State of the Union?
I think that's why
They're like bouncing a beach ball around. Like, wow!
Someone should have worn like a shaman.
They're doing carrot top routines with props everywhere.
Trump pulls out props.
Members of Congress have the high privilege and distinct honor of presenting to you the President of the United States.
Let's go. I'll just go. Al Green with his gay sign.
That would be good.
USA. See, the Democrats are just stone-faced.
Retards. They can't even spell.
Well, they don't like America, so.
Now, some of them are clapping.
They know it's good for them.
Those
well,
are purple
thank you very
districts
much,
that they're
everybody.
from.
It's really
We're marking who's
an
not
honor.
clapping.
Speaker Johnson,
Papa John's Day reckoning.
Vice President Vance, First Lady of the United States.
She was super hot.
Second Lady of the United States.
Stand back up.
Members of Congress and my fellow Americans, our nation is back, bigger, better, richer, and stronger than ever before.
So true. It's like as good as it's ever been.
less than 5 months from now, our country will celebrate an epic milestone in American history, the 250th anniversary of our glorious American independence. This July 4th, we will mark 2.5 centuries of liberty and triumph, progress and freedom in the most incredible and exceptional nation ever to exist on the face of the earth. And
there you go.
You've seen nothing yet. We're going to do better and better and better. This is the golden age of America.
Al Green's sign says black people aren't apes.
What?
Yeah. Responding to the Obama video.
When I last spoke in this
Out of all the
chamber
things you could
12
put on a
months
sign.
ago, I had just inherited a nation in crisis with a stagnant economy, inflation at record levels, a wide open border, horrendous recruitment for military and police, rampant crime at home, and wars and chaos all over the world. But tonight, after just 1 year, I can say with dignity and pride that we have achieved a transformation like no one has ever seen before, and a turnaround for the ages. It is indeed a turnaround for the ages.
If he says discombobulator, people get paid a lot of money. Not a joke.
Yep. We're moving them on out.
Out of all the things, he picked something that no one hasn't talked about in 2 weeks.
And we will never go back to where we were just a very short time ago. We're not going back.
So true.
Today, our border is secure.
He's like annoyed to be here. What USA.
Thank you. Today, our border is secure. Our spirit is restored. Inflation is plummeting. Incomes are rising fast. The roaring economy is roaring like never before. And our enemies are scared. Our military and police are stacked. And America is respected again, perhaps like never before.
I mean, after the Venezuela operation, there's actually some truth to that.
So true. Everything he says is 100% true. Verify. I'll go fact check myself.
After 4 years in which millions and millions of illegal aliens poured across our borders, totally unvetted and unchecked, we now have the strongest and most secure border in American history by far. In the past 9 months, 0 illegal aliens have been admitted to the United States.
Democrats aren't clapping.
Of course not.
It's the law.
But we will always allow people to come in legally, people that will love our country and will work hard to maintain our country. The flow of deadly fentanyl across our border is down by a record 56% in 1 year. And last year, the murder rate saw its single largest decline in recorded history. This is the biggest decline, think of it, in recorded history, the lowest number in over 125 years, year 1900. In fact, substantially before my wonderful father, I had a wonderful father, Fred, before he was born, substantially before he was born. That's a long time ago. He wouldn't like me to say that, but that's a long time ago. The Biden administration and its allies in Congress gave us the worst inflation in the history of our country. But in 12 months, my administration has driven core inflation down to the lowest level in more than 5 years. And in the last 3 months of 2025, it was down to 1.7%. Gasoline, which reached a peak of over $6 a gallon in some states under my predecessor, it was quite honestly a disaster, is now below $2.30 a gallon in most states, and in some places, $1.99 a gallon. And when I visited the great state of Iowa just a few weeks ago, I even saw $1.85 a gallon for gasoline. Mortgage rates are the lowest in 4 years and falling fast, and the annual cost of a typical new mortgage is down almost $5,000 just since I took office. 1 year. And low interest rates will solve the Biden-created housing problem while at the same time protecting the values of those people who already own a house that really feel rich for the first time in their lives. We want to protect those values. We want to keep those values up. We're going to do both.
Looks like they kicked out Al Green.
Yeah, they did.
And we are going to keep it that way. The stock market has set 53 all-time record highs since the election. Think of that. 1 year.
Yeah, they're going to bring Maduro out in chains.
Boosting pensions, 401ks, and retirement accounts for the millions and millions of Americans.
Actually,
They're
someone
all
posted a
gaining.
picture
Everybody's
on
up,
X
way
that
up.
they had him in
In
gimp
4
mask and
long
stuff.
years, the last administration
Grabbed
got
the
less
chain
than
around his neck and
$1 trillion in new investment in the United States. And when I say less, substantially less. In 12 months, I secured commitments for more than $18 trillion pouring in from all over the globe. Think of it, much less than $1 trillion for 4 years versus much more than $18 trillion for 1 year. What a difference a president makes.
I like it.
A short time ago, we were a dead country. Now we are the hottest country anywhere in the world. The hottest.
Fact check true.
Are we an it girl?
Yes,
we're
we
an
are.
it girl. Okay.
That's a good point. Well put. The world is lusting over us.
I mean, it's true. They won't stop coming here.
They won't stop
As
showing up.
thousands of new businesses are forming in factories, plants, and laboratories are being built, we have added 70,000 new construction jobs in just a very short period of time. It's getting bigger and bigger and stronger. Nobody can believe what they're watching. American oil production is up by more than 600,000 barrels a day, and we just received from our new friend and partner, Venezuela, more than 80 million barrels of oil.
Our new friend and partner. Here we go.
I like making friends.
Maduro is doing those construction jobs now. Yes, he's out front of Home Depot and waiting for a job.
He's banging out license plates for us.
American natural gas production is at an all-time high because I kept my promise to drill, baby, drill.
So true. This is a way with words.
More Americans are working today than at any time in the history of our country. Think about that. Any time in the history of our country, more working today. And 100% of all jobs created under my administration have been in the private sector.
I think the federal government's down something like 300,000 jobs from 30,000 jobs or something. But that's a victory. Yeah, but that's a victory.
We ended
That was all the employees at the Atlanta
in
airport.
America.
Yes. Which is 300,000.
Here we go.
We cut a record number of job-killing regulations, and in 1 year, we have lifted 2.4 million Americans, a record, off of food stamps.
charge Tate and Cartel food stamps.
If you're not on food
And
stamps,
for
they
all
can't
of these
control you.
reasons, I say tonight, members of Congress, the state of our union is strong.
There you go.
I like it.
Oh, is Clarence Thomas not there, huh?
Probably because you're not supposed to clap if you're SCOTUS. And
Yeah, it's just like I can't. Yeah, things are just going too well.
Our country is winning again. In fact, we're winning so much that we really don't know what to do about it. People are asking me, please, 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 Mr. President, we're winning too much. We can't take it anymore. We're not used to winning in our country. Until you came along, we're just always losing, but now we're winning too much.
Bringing back the Charlie Sheen
And I
meme.
say,
Remember the
no,
Charlie
no.
Sheen?
You're going to win again. You're going to win big. You're going to win bigger than ever. And to prove that point, here with us tonight is a group of winners who just made the entire nation proud. The men's gold medal Olympic hockey team. Come on in.
Yeah. Let's go. I was so hyped.
This is pretty great. In overtime? Come on.
Yeah.
I mean,
You think he's gonna drag? You think he'll drag the women?
I hope so. Probably.
First time since the Miracle on Ice. Come on, it can't get much better.
That's the Dems have to stand for. If you don't clap for hockey, that's like explicit anti-white racism. They could get you investigated.
I thought it was just anti-Canadian.
There are a lot of hockey players.
Okay.
Go ahead. They do.
The glaze is kind of crazy, which is good. They've earned it. Canada is so demoralized. We can invade number one. They're not going to do that. They're so demoralized.
Get ready, Europeans. We're coming.
Maple monkeys. We're relocating to.
That's the first time I've ever seen them get up. And actually, not all of them did get up. But they beat a fantastic Canadian team in overtime, as everybody saw, as did the American women who will soon be coming to the White House.
Oh, there you go. Good stuff.
I'll throw them a bone.
I like that.
But they're coming to make the sandwiches at the ballroom. That's
They're
the
going to make
twist.
sandwiches for the men's heroes.
They're gonna make beautiful sandwiches. They're gonna use those little hockey sticks to spread the condiments. It's gonna be wonderful.
They're gonna make sandwiches for the men.
Yeah, for them. Eat up, boys. You're heroes. Ladies, keep them coming. He needs a refill.
They were in the Oval Office before, and I just want to say a second very big congratulations to Team USA. But I have to say that, and I told them this, and we took a vote of the team. I said, anybody votes no, I'm not doing it. So they stood there, and they weren't about to say no, because I've never seen a goaltender play as well as goalie Connor Hellebuck.
I mean, good stuff to get singled out by the president, you know what I mean?
Yes. Utter road nonsense.
Think of it, 46 shots on goal, and I asked him, the one shot, the one where you put your stick in the back and it hit the neck of your stick and bounced off. Do you practice that, or was that a little lucky? He refused to answer that question. But I just want to tell you that the members of this great hockey squad will be very happy to hear, based on their vote and my vote, and in this case, my vote was more important, that I will soon be presenting Connor with our highest civilian honor, which we will be given and which has been given to many athletes over the years. But when I say many, not too many, like 12, it's called the highest civilian honor in our country, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
You've earned it, kid.
Great athletes have gotten that, very great, the best, and I thought he deserved it. And I did take a vote, every single one of them. I said, I'm not giving it if anybody goes no, and every single one of them rapidly put up their hand. So I want to thank you. What a special job you did. What special champions you are. Thank you very much. I'm also pleased to say that the next time the Olympic torch is lit, it will be here in America for the 2028 Olympics, and it's the summer version right in Los Angeles. We're going to do a good job in Los Angeles. And Los Angeles is going to be safe, just like Washington, D.C. is now one of the safest cities in the country.
That's a threat.
And this year, and I must say I got them both. I got them in my first term, and I was disappointed because I didn't think I'd be the president when this happened. But strange things took place. And now I've got them because I got the Olympics and I got the 2026 FIFA World Cup. And I wanted to claim the 250th, but I didn't get away with that one. I couldn't claim that one for myself. But we're getting the World Cup. So we have the World Cup and the Olympics coming. And that is exciting news.
That's massive.
It's a big deal.
A lot of money.
I wonder if they're going to move the soccer match that's supposed to happen.
So this will be a year to celebrate our country and the heroes who have kept it free. Men like Buddy Taggart. At age 17, Buddy volunteered to defend America in World War II. Wow. Serving in the Pacific under the great General Douglas MacArthur. He fought bravely in the famous Battle of Manila, worked so hard. He was badly wounded and almost killed by enemy machine guns in Luzon. And 81 years ago this month, he liberated the largest internment camp in the Philippines, one of the largest anywhere in the world. But he earned many honors, including a Purple Heart and a Bronze Star, came home, started a family, and tonight he is in the gallery looking forward to July 4th, 2026, his 100th birthday.
Wow, he's 99, he's standing up. Legend.
You look great for 99.
Yeah, wow.
So, Buddy, you're a brave man, and we salute you. Even in times of challenge, setback, and immense heartache, the spirit of 1776 has always shone through very brightly. It was July 4th of last year when floodwaters tore through a girls' summer camp in Central Texas, one of the worst things I've ever seen. I was there, rising 26 feet in the Matter of minutes, tragically claiming many, many lives. You all remember that one? As the waters threatened to sweep her away, 11-year-old Millie Kate McClelland closed her eyes and prayed to God. She thought she was going to die. Those prayers were answered when Coast Guard rescue swimmer Scott Ruskin descended from a helicopter above. Nobody knew where he came from. It was Scott's first ever rescue mission, a young guy, but very brave, very, very top, always top in his class. And he lifted not just Millie Kate, but 164 others to safety. People watched Scott from a distance, and they couldn't believe what they were seeing. The winds were blowing, the rain was pouring, everything was going, and that rapid water, nobody's ever seen anything like it. They said, wow, that's something. Tonight, Scott and Millie Kate are here together, reunited for the very first time. Thank you, Scott, Millie Kate. And Petty Officer Ruskin, I'm pleased to inform you that I am now awarding you the Legion of Merit for extraordinary heroism, which is what it was, extraordinary heroism. Thank you.
A 99-year-old man keeps standing
I'd like
up
to
and
have
saying,
the military aide to please come down and take care of the service. Military aid, thank you very much. Take care of that very important service. Thank you very much. From 1776 to today, every generation of Americans has stepped forward to defend life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And they're really doing it for the next generation. But now it's our turn. Together, we're building a nation where every child has the chance to reach higher and go further, where government answers to the people, not the powerful, and where the interests of hardworking American citizens are always our first and ultimate concern. That is the debt we owe to the heroes who came before us, and that is the promise we must keep to America for our 250th year. Last year, I urged this Congress to begin the mission by passing the largest tax cuts in American history, and our Republican majorities delivered so beautifully. Thank you, Republicans. All Democrats, every single one of them, voted against these really important and very necessary massive tax cuts. They wanted large-scale tax increases to hurt the people instead. But we held strong, and with the great, big, beautiful bill, we gave you no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and no tax on Social Security for our great seniors.
It's hard to make the argument that he's taxing the middle class, that he's hurting the middle class when he does pass things like no tax on tips.
And we also made interest on auto loans tax deductible the first time, but only if the car is made in America. Recently in Pennsylvania, I met Megan Hemhauser, a devoted mom who's homeschools her children, beautiful, 2 children, during the day while waiting tables at night as her husband works overtime operating very heavy equipment. Megan is here this evening, and she's happy to tell you that she is so much richer because with no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, and our expanded child tax credit done again by Republicans, Megan and her husband will take home more than $5,000 extra just for the year, cutting her tax bill in more than half. Megan, please stand up. We're fighting for you, Megan. Thank you, Megan. Thank you, Megan. We're fighting for you, Megan. Under our bill, parents like Megan can also activate their children's brand new Trump accounts. And I didn't name it. I did not name it.
I didn't name it.
I did not name
Wasn't
that.
me. It wasn't me.
Nobody believes me, but I did not name it. It
No,
was named
no
by a
one,
very
no
tall
one
man
believes you,
standing
Donald.
right there
No
in the
one
third row.
believes you.
Nice man, a good man. Tax-free investment accounts for every American child. This is something that's so special and has taken off and gone through the roof. Millions will be pre-funded courtesy of the U.S. Treasury and private individuals like Michael and Susan Dell, who have donated $6.25 billion to fund the Trump accounts for 25 million American children. They're great people. You know, I asked Michael Dell, how do you make all that money? He said, well, I just sat on my dorm in school and I made computers and I'd sell them to people. And I just kept selling and selling and selling. And pretty amazing story. That's called the American dream. He sold a lot of computers, a lot of those laptops. So I congratulate him on that. But I really thank him and Susan, as well as others like Brad Gerstner, a very tremendous guy. He was behind it right from the beginning. Brad Gerstner. Thank you, Brad. So with modest additional contributions, these young people's accounts could grow to over $100,000 or more by the time they turn 18. Think of it. How much money is that for somebody that started with nothing? Over 100,000, could be much more than that. To make this investment in our children's future, go to trumpaccounts.gov, trumpaccounts.gov. And a lot of people are doing it. It's setting every record in the book. It's popular. They knew what it was going to take. I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of the people that got it started. And now it's just taken off. One of the primary reasons for our country's stunning economic turnaround, the biggest in history, where the Dow Jones broke 50,000 4 years ahead of schedule, and the S&P hit 7,000, where it wasn't supposed to do it for many years, were tariffs. I used these tariffs, took in hundreds of billions of dollars to make great deals for our country, both economically and on a national security basis. Everything was working well. Countries that were ripping us off for decades are now paying us hundreds of billions of dollars. They were ripping us so badly, you all know that. Everybody knows it. Even the Democrats know it. They just don't want to say it. And yet these countries are now happy. And so are we. We made deals. The deals are all done.
All the Trumpisms are so good.
And they're happy.
Even Democrats don't
They're not
want to
making
admit
money
it.
like they used to, but
Even
we're
the
making a
Democrats
lot of
know it.
money. There was no inflation, tremendous growth. And the big story was how Donald Trump called the economy correctly, and 22 Nobel Prize winners in economics didn't. They got it totally wrong. They got it really wrong. And then just 4 days ago, an unfortunate ruling from the United States Supreme Court. It just came down. It came down. Very unfortunate ruling. But the good news is that almost all countries and corporations want to keep the deal that they already made, right, Scott? Knowing that the legal power that I, as president, have to make a new deal could be far worse for them, and therefore they will continue to work along the same successful path that we had negotiated before the Supreme Court's unfortunate involvement. So despite the disappointing ruling, these powerful, country-saving, it's saving our country, the kind of money we're taking in, peace-protecting. Many of the wars I settled was because of the threat of tariffs. I wouldn't have been able to settle them without. Will remain in place under fully approved and tested alternative legal statutes. And they have been tested for a long time. They're a little more complex, but they're actually probably better, leading to a solution that will be even stronger than before. Congressional action will not be necessary. It's already time-tested and approved. And as time goes by, I believe the tariffs paid for by foreign countries will, like in the past, substantially replace the modern-day system of income tax, taking a great financial burden off the people that I love. Right? Moving forward, factories, jobs, investment, and trillions of dollars will continue pouring into the United States of America because we finally have a president who puts America first. I put America first. I love America. For decades before I came along, we had the exact opposite. From trade to healthcare, from energy to immigration, everything was stolen and rigged in order to drain the wealth out of the productive, hardworking people who make our country great, who make our country run. Under Biden and his corrupt partners in Congress and beyond, it reached a breaking point with the Green New scam, open borders for everyone. They poured in by the millions and millions from prisons, from mental institutions. They were murderers, 11,888 murders. They came into our country. You allowed that to happen. And record-setting inflation that cost the typical family $34,000 in just a speck of time. Now the same people in this chamber who voted for those disasters suddenly use the word affordability, a word. They just used it. Somebody gave it to them, knowing full well that they caused and created the increased prices that all of our citizens had to endure. You caused that problem. You caused that problem.
I like that. You caused it, just lame.
They knew their statements were a lie. They knew it. They knew their statements were a dirty, rotten lie. Their policies created the high prices. Our policies are rapidly ending them. We are doing really well. Those prices are plummeting downward. The price of eggs is down 60%, Madam Secretary, thank you. The cost of chicken, butter, fruit, hotels, automobiles, rent is lower today than when I took office by a lot. And even beef, which was very high, is starting to come down significantly. Just hold on a little while, we're getting it down. And soon you will see numbers that few people would think were possible to achieve just a short time ago. Nobody can believe when they see the kind of numbers, and especially energy, when they see energy going down to numbers like that, they cannot believe it. It's like another big tax cut. I'm also confronting one of the biggest ripoffs of our times, the crushing cost of health care caused by you. Since the passage of the Unaffordable Care Act, sometimes referred to as Obamacare, big insurance company has gotten rich. It was meant for the insurance companies, not for the people. With our government giving them hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars a year as their stock prices soared 1,000, 1,200, 1,400, and even 1,700%, like nothing else. That's why I introduced the great health care plan. I want to stop all payments to big insurance companies and instead give that money directly to the people so they can buy their own health care, which will be better health care at a much lower cost. In addition, my plan requires maximum price transparency. That's a big deal. Sounds so simple, so big. And I did that in my first term, and the Democrats immediately terminated it with full knowledge that they were doing a very bad thing for the people. Costs were going to go way up, and that's what happened, and now I'm bringing them way down on health care and everything else. I'm also ending the wildly inflated cost of prescription drugs like has never happened before. Other presidents tried to do it, but they never could. They tried. Most didn't try, actually. But they tried. They said they tried. They couldn't do it. They didn't even come close. They were all talk and no action, but I got it done. Under my just enacted most favored nation agreements, Americans who have for decades paid by far the highest prices of any nation anywhere in the world for prescription drugs will now pay the lowest price anywhere in the world for drugs. Anywhere, the lowest price. So in my first year of the second term, should be my third term, but strange things happen. I took prescription drugs, a very big part of healthcare, from the highest price in the entire world to the lowest. That's a big achievement. The result is price differences of 300, 400, 500, 600% and more, all available right now at a new website called TrumpRx.gov. And I didn't name that one either, by the way.
He's so full of it.
It's like, don't look at me. Everyone just loves my name.
You know.
And here tonight is the very first customer ever to get that big discount, and it is big, Catherine Rayner. For 5 years, she and her husband have struggled with infertility, and they turned to IVF.
Just open your laundry.
One drug has been costing Catherine $4,000 to purchase. But a few weeks ago, she logged onto the TrumpRx website and got that same drug that cost $4,000, got it for under $500. A reduction of much more, actually, than $3,500. Catherine, we are all praying for you, and you're going to be a great mom.
Great mom.
So now I'm calling on Congress to codify my most favored nation program into law. Now, the one thing, I'm not sure it matters because it's going to be very hard for somebody that comes along after me to say, let's raise drug prices by 700 or 800%. But John and Mike, if you don't mind, codify it anyway. They may do it. Codify it anyway. Thank you. Many Americans are also concerned that energy demand from AI data centers could unfairly drive up their electric utility bills. Tonight, I'm pleased to announce that I have negotiated the new Ratepayer Protection Pledge. You know what that is? We're telling the major tech companies that they have the obligation to provide for their own power needs. They can build their own power plants as part of their factory. so that no one's prices will go up. And in many cases, prices of electricity will go down for the community, and very substantially down. This is a unique strategy never used in this country before. We have an old grid. It could never handle the kind of numbers, the amount of electricity that's needed. So I'm telling them they can build their own plant. They're going to produce their own electricity. It will ensure the company's ability to get electricity while at the same time lowering prices of electricity for you, and could be very substantial for all of you cities and towns. You're going to see some good things happen over the next number of years.
What kind of plants?
Another pillar of the American dream that has been under attack is homeownership. With us tonight is Royce Wiggins, a mom of two from Houston. She placed bids on 20 homes and lost all of those bids to gigantic investment firms that bypassed inspection, paid all cash, and turned those houses into rentals, stealing away her American dream. She was devastated. Stories like this are why last month I signed executive order to ban large Wall Street investment firms from buying up in the thousands single-family homes. And now I'm asking Congress to make that ban permanent, because homes for people, really, that's what we want. We want homes for people, not for corporations. Corporations are doing just fine. Royce, thank you very much. Good luck with your home. You'll get one soon. We're also working to make it easier for Americans to save for retirement. And under this administration, we will always protect Social Security and Medicare. They are not protecting it for our seniors. We will always protect Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. Since I took office, the typical 401k balance is up by at least $30,000. That's a lot of money. We have millions and millions of people, because the stock market has done so well, setting all those records. Your 401ks are way up. Yet half of all of working Americans still do not have access to a retirement plan with matching contributions from an employer. To remedy this gross disparity, I'm announcing that next year my administration will give these often forgotten American workers, great people, the people that built our country, access to the same type of retirement plan offered to every federal worker. We will match your contribution with up to $1,000 each year. As we ensure that all Americans can profit from a rising stock market, let's also ensure that members of Congress cannot corruptly profit from using insider information.
Let's go.
I know that's popular with a lot of people, and it's fine. I don't have a problem with it, but it just seems like inconsequential, really.
They stood up. I can't believe
the insider trading.
I can't believe it. They stood up.
I can't believe it.
I'm fine with it. I mean, I'm fine with them passing a law about it.
You'd have to close so many members.
Yeah.
Doubt it.
And I'm just like,
pass the Stop Insider
it doesn't make my life
Trading
better. It
Act
doesn't make Americans' life
without
better.
delay.
It just means that Congress can't make money off it. You know?
I wasn't sure if anybody even on this side was going to vote for that. I'm very impressed. Thank you.
Let me know.
I'm very impressed. But when it comes to the corruption that is plundering, it's plundering America. There's been no more stunning example than Minnesota, where members of the Somali community have pillaged an estimated $19 billion from the American taxpayer. Oh, we have all the information. And in actuality, the number is much higher than that. And California, Massachusetts, Maine, and many other states are even worse. This is the kind of corruption that shreds the fabric of a nation, and we are working on it like you wouldn't believe. So tonight, although started 4 months ago, I am officially announcing the war on fraud to be led by our great Vice President J.D. Vance.
War on fraud. That's interesting. War on fraud. Gotta go after LeBron's COVID Finals championship ring.
He'll get it done.
Global fraud.
Find enough of that fraud, we will actually have a balanced budget overnight. It'll go very quickly. That's the kind of money
What?
you're talking about.
Come
We'll
on.
balance our budget.
19 billion to 3 trillion.
The Somali pirates
Just gotta
who
tweak a few
ransacked
things.
Minnesota remind us
So
that there are large parts of the world
Why is it getting so quiet?
We won't get rid of the deficit, but a balanced
are
budget.
the norm,
I mean,
not the
We
exception.
get the Somalis out the
His
door.
mic's
Importing
cutting out
these
now.
cultures
It's-
through
listen.
unrestricted
Come on.
immigration and open borders brings those problems right here to the USA. And it is the American people who pay the price in higher medical bills, car insurance rates, rent, taxes, and perhaps most importantly, crime. We will take care of this problem. We're going to take care of this problem. We are not playing games. Delilah.
What?
Delilah.
What's it like in New York City?
It's very salient
Delilah
question.
Coleman was only 5 years old in June 2024 when a 18-wheel tractor trailer plowed into her stopped car traveling at 60 miles an hour or more. The driver was an illegal alien let in by Joe Biden and given a commercial driver's license by open borders politicians in California. Doctors said Delilah would never be able to walk or talk, have a good life. She wouldn't even be able to eat again. But against all odds, she is now in the first grade learning to walk. And she's here this evening with her dad, Marcus, a fantastic man. Delilah, please, you are a great inspiration. Please stand up. Thank you, Delilah. Many, if not most, illegal aliens do not speak English and cannot read even the most basic road signs as to direction, speed, danger, or location. That's why tonight I'm calling on Congress to pass what we will call the Delilah Law, barring any state from granting commercial driver's licenses to illegal aliens. And yesterday, as you probably saw at the White House, I hosted a ceremony with Americans who lost their treasured loved ones to the scourge of illegal immigration. People came into our country, how we allowed this to happen with our open borders. These are the angel moms and families that for decades our government betrayed and our media totally ignored. It was terrible. Hard to believe, actually. In 2023, a 16-year-old high school cheerleader named Elizabeth Medina was supposed to perform in her town's Christmas parade, but she never arrived. Her mother, Jacqueline, went home to look for her, and she found her lying dead in a bathtub, bleeding profusely after being stabbed 25 times. Elizabeth's killer was a previously arrested illegal alien who had broken in and brutally extinguished the brightest light in her family's life, violently and viciously. Her heartbroken mother is in the gallery to remind everyone in this chamber exactly why we are deporting illegal alien criminals to our country at record numbers, and we're getting them the hell out of here fast. We don't want them.
Yes. Eat it. Deport.
Scram. I'll just skedaddle out of here.
Thank you very much, Jacqueline. Thank you. We can never forget that many in this room not only allowed the border invasion to happen before I got involved, but indeed they would do it all over again if they ever had the chance. If they ever got elected, they would open up those borders to some of the worst criminals anywhere in the world. The only thing standing between Americans and a wide open border right now is President Donald J. Trump and our great Republican patriots in Congress. Thank you. Thank you. As we speak, Democrats in this chamber have cut off all funding for the Department of Homeland Security. It's all cut off. It's all cut off. They have instituted another Democrat shutdown, the first one costing us 2 points on GDP. 2 points we lost on GDP, which probably made them quite happy, actually. Now they have closed the agency responsible for protecting Americans from terrorists and murderers. Tonight I'm demanding the full and immediate restoration of all funding for the border security, homeland security of the United States, and also for helping people clean up their snow. We have no money because of the Democrats, and it would be nice. We'd love to give you a hand at cleaning it up, but you gave no money. Nobody's getting paid. It's a shame. So you have to think about it. We have, in case you didn't know, a pretty large snowstorm out there. One of the great things about the State of the Union is how it gives Americans the chance to see clearly what their representatives really believe. So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens. Isn't that a shame? You should be ashamed of yourself not standing up. You should be ashamed of yourself. That is why I'm also asking you to end deadly sanctuary cities that protect the criminals and enact serious penalties for public officials who block the removal of criminal aliens. In many cases, drug lords, murderers all over our country, they're blocking the removal of these people out of our country, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
And perhaps most importantly, I'm asking you to approve the Save America Act. To stop illegal aliens and others who are unpermitted persons from voting in our sacred American elections. That cheating is rampant in our elections. It's rampant. It's very simple. All voters must show voter ID. All voters must show proof of citizenship in order to vote. And no more crooked mail-in ballots except for illness, disability, military, or travel. None.
All these exceptions, none.
And this should be an easy one. And by the way, it's polling at 89%, including Democrats. 89%.
Indeed it is. For some reason, the politicians won't vote for it.
Because Democrats want to cheat.
And even the new communist mayor of New York City, I think he's a nice guy, actually. Speak to him a lot. Bad policy, but nice guy. Just said they want people to shovel snow. They got hit hard. Wants them to shovel snow, but if you apply for that job, you need to show 2 original forms of ID and a Social Security card. Yet they don't want identification for the greatest privilege of them all, voting in America. No, it's no good. No good. Both Republicans and Democrats overwhelmingly agree on the policy that we just enunciated. And Congress should unite and enact this common sense, country-saving legislation right now, and it should be before anything else happens. And the reason they don't want to do it, why would anybody not want voter ID? One reason, because they want to cheat. There's only one reason. They make up all excuses. They say it's racist. They come up with things you almost say, what imagination they have. They want to cheat. They have cheated. And their policy is so bad that the only way they can get elected is to cheat. And we're going to stop it. We have to stop it, John.
There we go. There we go.
And here is one more opportunity to show common sense in government. In the gallery tonight are Sage Blair and her mother, Michelle. In 2021, Sage was 14 when school officials in Virginia sought to socially transition her to a new gender, treating her as a boy and hiding it from her parents. Hard to believe, isn't it? Before long, a confused Sage ran away from home after she was found in a horrific situation in Maryland. A left-wing judge refused to return Sage to her parents because they did not immediately state that their daughter was their son. Sage was thrown into an all-boys state home and suffered terribly for a long time. But today, all of that is behind them because Sage is a proud and wonderful young woman with a full-ride scholarship to Liberty University. Sage and Michelle, please stand up.
What is that?
I have no idea.
Is that her dad on the right? He looks over it. Just like, this is all for attention.
And thank you for your great bravery. And who can believe that we're even speaking about things like this? 15 years ago, if somebody was up here and said that, they'd say, what's wrong with him? But now we have to say it because it's going on all over numerous states without even telling the parents. But surely we can all agree no state can be allowed to rip children from their parents' arms and transition them to a new gender against the parents' will. Who would believe that we're even talking about this? We must ban it, and we must ban it immediately.
Save Act lost because it said Save America Act. And he has to say transgender, not transition to a new gender. Fortunately, I sold when the spike happened.
Transgender for everyone.
These people are crazy. I'm telling you. They're crazy.
That's awesome.
Oh, clip
These
that.
people are
Clip
crazy.
that.
That's
The
great.
libtards have gone insane for.
These people are
Amazing.
crazy.
Incredible. Yeah. Boy, oh boy. We're lucky we have a country. With people like this, Democrats are destroying our country, but we've stopped it just in the nick of time, didn't we?
He couldn't hold it. He couldn't hold it back. He's like,
these people are crazy.
Well, when you get to the trans stuff, he's like, I'm an 80-year-old man. Y'all are crazy.
No one cares more about protecting America's youth than our wonderful First Lady. Now a movie star. She's a movie star. Can you believe it? Who would have believed that? Over the past year, she has had an incredible impact championing AI legislation, advancing a landmark executive order on foster care, and helping secure $30 million to launch the Melania Trump Foster Youth to Independence Initiative. It's a tremendous, really a tremendous thing that happened and had a lot of bipartisan support. She gets much better bipartisan support than I do. I get none. She gets a lot.
Don, she looks
Someday you're going to have to tell me how you did that. And students and educators in every state have joined the First Lady's efforts in the presidential AI challenge, keeping America's next generation positioned to succeed and strongly succeed in the future. Tonight, we welcome two young people whose lives reflect the First Lady's impact, Sierra Burns and Everest Nevermont. Thank you both, and Melania, thank you. I know how hard you worked on it. Thank you very much. I'm very proud to say that during my time in office, both the first 4 years and in particular this last year, there has been a tremendous renewal in religion, faith, Christianity, and belief in God. Tremendous renewal. This is especially true among young people, and a big part of that had to do with my great friend, Charlie Kirk, a great guy, great man. So last year, Charlie was violently murdered by an assassin and martyred, really martyred for his beliefs. His wonderful wife, Erica, is with us tonight. Erica, please stand. Thank you, Erica. Been through a lot. In Charlie's memory, we must all come together to reaffirm that America is one nation under God, and we must totally reject political violence of any kind. We love religion, and we love bringing it back, and it's coming back at levels that nobody actually thought possible. It's really a beautiful thing to see. Above all, unleashing America's promise requires keeping our communities safe. We have made incredible strides, yet dangerous repeat offenders continue to be released by pro-crime Democrat politicians again and again. We are honored to be joined tonight by a woman who's been through hell, Anya Zaretska. In 2022, she and her beautiful daughter, so beautiful, what a beautiful young woman, Irina, fled war-torn Ukraine to live with relatives near Charlotte, North Carolina. And by the way, what's going on with Charlotte? Last summer, 23-year-old Irina was riding home on the train when a deranged monster who had been arrested over a dozen times and was released through no cash bail stood up and viciously slashed a knife through her neck and body. No one will ever forget. There were people on that train. No one will ever forget the expression of terror on Irina's face as she looked up at her attacker in the last seconds of her life. She died instantly. She had escaped a brutal war only to be slain by a hardened criminal, set free to kill in America, came in through open borders. Mrs. Zaretska, tonight I promise you we will ensure justice for your magnificent daughter, Irina. How do you not stand? How do you not stand? I'm asking this Congress to pass tough legislation to ensure that violent and dangerous repeat offenders are put behind bars, and importantly, that they stay there.
There you go. Open up the asylums.
Starting last summer, I deployed our National Guard and federal law enforcement to restore law and order to our most dangerous cities, including Memphis, Tennessee, big success.
So true.
New Orleans, Louisiana, big success. And our nation's capital itself, Washington, D.C., where we have almost no crime anymore in Washington, D.C. How did that happen? In fact, crime in Washington is now at the lowest level ever recorded, and murders in D.C. this January were down close to 100% from a year ago. They don't like to hear that. One of the brave service members who helped achieve this stunning turnaround was 20-year-old West Virginia Army National Guard Specialist Sarah Beckstrom. After a 4-month deployment, she voluntarily extended her service, and her rank was going to be lifted. She was doing so well. They were so proud of her. But the very next day, she was on patrol near the White House when she was ambushed and shot in the head by a terrorist monster from Afghanistan. Shouldn't have been in our country. And all because she wore the uniform of our nation. She was shot. He traveled here because he didn't like people wearing our uniform. He was sick and deranged. Shouldn't have been in our country. Sarah Beckstrom died in order to defend our capital, and we are honored to be joined by her wonderful parents, Gary and Evalie. Your daughter was a true American patriot, and she will be greatly missed. She was a great person. I saw reports on her. They've never seen anything like her. So sorry. Thank you very much. She's a great young lady. I saw reports that were like Perfect. She was perfect. Serving alongside Sarah that day was Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf. The terrorist shot Andrew in the head, and no one thought he could possibly make it. The two of them, Sarah and Andrew, both shot violently in the head. Neither was expected to make it. They weren't even given a chance, except his wonderful mother, named Melody, who I spoke to the same night. And she was so positive. The doctors thought that Andrew was gone. But his mother said, no, Mr. President, Andrew will be fine. He's going to make it. I've never seen anything like it. I mean, he was given almost no chance. She said, I have no doubt, sir, he's going to be okay. This was a conversation that I had with her that night, with her son laying helplessly in bed, blood all over. Everybody is praying, she said, sir, he will be okay. The doctors didn't understand what she was saying. And after looking at the results of the damage done, neither did I. She was so strong and conclusive that even Andrew's great father felt she didn't really understand the gravity of the situation. But she turned out to be right. Right, Melanie? She turned out to be right. Amazing, actually. I said, where does this woman come from? She's the most positive person I've ever met. With God's help, Andrew has battled back from the edge of death, and we're talking about the edge of death, on his way to a miraculous recovery. He's got a little work to do, but he's doing great. Nice to see you. He's a good-looking guy. Nice to see you. Thanks, Andrew. Thank you very much. So, Andrew, while you're up, now I'm going to ask a highly respected General James Seward to present Staff Sergeant Andrew Wolf and the great family of Sarah Beckstrom with the award created by our late, great President George Washington himself. It's called the Purple Heart.
General pins it on. That's not too bad. General pins it on.
We love you all.
This is a long speech.
Love you.
It's real long.
We're proudly restoring safety for Americans at home, and we are
3
also
hours. We're only halfway through.
restoring security for Americans
longest was like an
abroad.
hour 20.
Our country has never been stronger. My first 10 months, I ended 8 wars, including Cambodia. Isn't it funny? Sick people. Cambodia and Thailand.
You sick people.
Pakistan and India would have been a nuclear war. 35 million people said the Prime Minister of Pakistan would have died if it were not for my involvement. Kosovo and Serbia, Israel and Iran, Egypt and Ethiopia, Armenia and Azerbaijan, the Congo and Rwanda, and of course the war in Gaza, which proceeds at a very low level. It's just about there. And I want to thank Steve Witkoff and Jared Kushner for your help. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Jared. And I also want to thank the man they report to, Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Thank you, Marco.
He's got every job in D.C.
People like you. You know, Marco got 100% of the votes when he was in confirmation. I think our next one was about 54%. And some of the Democrats are now saying, I can't believe we approved that guy. And he said it's an honor that they feel that way, right, Marco? You have done a great job, great Secretary of State. I think he'll go down as the best ever. Under the ceasefire I negotiated, every single hostage, both living and dead, has been returned home. Can you believe that? Nobody thought it was possible. Nobody thought that was possible. Both living and dead. And those parents who had a dead son, their boy, they'd always tell me their boy, they wanted him as much as though he were living. That was an amazing period of time. And they came back, and when we got all of the living hostages back, and many, many before them, but I always said those last 20 are going to be very tough, but we got many, many more, hundreds. But I said those last 20 are going to be tough. We got them back. But we only got back 14 or 15 of the dead, of the 28. And believe it or not, Hamas worked along with Israel, and they dug and they dug and they dug. It's a tough thing to do, going through bodies all over, passing up 100 bodies sometimes for each one that they found. Tough job. And they finally got it back to 27. And then Steve and Jared, they got it back to 28. They found all 28. Nobody thought that was possible, but we did it. And I remember the family of the 28th. They were so grieved, but they were so happy as it's possible to be. They had their boy back. The mother said, "Sir, we have our boy back." What a period of time that was, but we got them all back. So thank you both very much. Great job. And we're working very hard to end the ninth war, the killing and slaughter between Russia and Ukraine, where 25,000 soldiers are dying each and every month. Think of that, 25,000 soldiers are dying a month. A war which would have never happened if I were president. Would have never happened. As president, I will make peace wherever I can, but I will never hesitate to confront threats to America wherever we must. That's why in a breakthrough operation last June, the United States military obliterated Iran's nuclear weapons program with an attack on Iranian soil known as Operation Midnight Hammer. Good. For decades, it had been the policy of the United States never to allow Iran to obtain a nuclear weapon. Many decades. Since they seized control of that proud nation 47 years ago, the regime and its murderous proxies have spread nothing but terrorism and death and hate. They've killed and maimed thousands of American service members and hundreds of thousands and even millions of people. with what's called roadside bombs. They were the kings of the roadside bomb. And we took out Soleimani. I did that during my first term. Had a huge impact. He was the father of the roadside bomb. And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like, 32,000 protesters. 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them and hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue. They're starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again, and are at this moment again pursuing their sinister ambitions. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon. My preference. My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen. And no nation should ever doubt America's resolve. We have the most powerful military on earth. I rebuilt the military in my first term. We're going to continue to do so. Also, we just approved a $1 trillion budget. We have no choice. We have to be strong, because hopefully we will seldom have to use this great power that we built together. It's really called peace through strength, and it's been very, very effective. So thanks to Republicans in Congress who are investing that record number of dollars, have no choice, in the United States Armed Forces. Also creating a lot of jobs, but we're not even doing it for that reason. Because as I said, we have more jobs, more people working today than ever before in the history of our country. And NATO countries are friends and allies. They are. They're our friends and they're our allies. Have just agreed, at my very strong request, to pay 5% of GDP for military defense rather than the 2%, which they weren't paying. We were paying for almost all of NATO. Now they're paying 5 as opposed to not paying 2.
Well, if he goes 3 hours.
Nope.
And getting that 5% was something which everyone said would never be done, could not happen. We got it really easily. One meeting. And big difference between 2% that's not paid. We were paying the freight of many of them. Very few were paid up. Now 5%, then they're paid. And everything we send over to Ukraine is sent through NATO, and they pay us in full. They pay us totally in full. Every branch of our armed forces is setting records for recruitment. This is so exciting. And every service member recently. And every service member recently received a warrior dividend of $1,776.
Did he say the word cartel?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
There's a 90% chance that he says it, but he already talked about it, didn't he?
You know, they put it on my desk. We got
talked
the money
about
from tariffs and other
immigration,
things. A lot of
illegal
money we have.
immigration.
We have
Yeah, I don't
much
think
more
he's, I
money
don't think he's
than
mentioned the
people
cartels yet,
understand.
which
Have
I
to
imagine
rebuild
he's
that
going
program
to.
a little bit, but it won't take long. But we got the money, and it was $1,775, and they wanted my approval. And I said, "What's the number?" $1,775. I said, "Wait a minute. For one more dollar, we can have $1,776. It's going to." I said, "We're going to figure that." I never asked anybody if we could afford it. One more dollar. I said $1,776, and I said, "That's good." And I'll tell you what, our military. That was 4 months ago. Our military. I never see a person in the military that doesn't thank me for it. So we're honored to do it. They deserve it. And we call it 1776. It was great. And we love our military. We love our law enforcement. We love our firemen. You know, the firemen don't get mentioned enough. We love our firemen. We're also restoring American security and dominance in the Western Hemisphere, acting to secure our national interests and defend our country from violence, drugs, terrorism, and foreign interference. For years, large swaths of territory in our region, including large parts of Mexico, really large parts of Mexico, have been controlled by murderous drug cartels.
There you go.
That's why I designated these cartels as foreign terrorist organizations, and I declared illicit fentanyl as a weapon of mass destruction.
Call she's faster than the actual speech. Oh. So I saw it jump to 100% before he even said it. Because we're on the lane, so people in the room are saying, "Oh,
yeah.
And with our new military campaign, we have stopped record amounts of drugs coming into our country and virtually stopped it completely coming in by water or sea. You probably noticed that. We very seriously damaged their fishing industry also. Nobody wants to go fishing anymore. We've also taken down one of the most sinister cartel kingpins of all. You saw that yesterday. In January, elite American warriors carried out one of the most complex, spectacular feats of military competence and power in world history. No one's seen anything like it. Foreign leaders, I won't tell you who, called me and they said, "Very impressive, very impressive." They couldn't believe, they all watched, they saw what happened. This is a different fighting force that we had years ago when we fought to tie. You know, it's a great fighting force. I'm so proud of it. Look at Space Force. Space Force is my baby. Because we did that, and my baby is becoming so important. And America's armed forces overwhelmed all defenses and utterly defeated an enemy, good fighters, to end the reign of outlaw dictator Nicolas Maduro and bring him to face American justice. And this was an absolutely colossal victory for the security of the United States, and it also opens up a bright new beginning for the people of Venezuela. We're working closely with the new president of Venezuela, Delcy Rodriguez, to unleash extraordinary economic gains for both of our countries and to bring new hope to those who have suffered so terribly. They really did suffer. With us tonight is Alejandro Gonzalez. She grew up in a tight-knit Venezuelan family and was especially close to her beloved uncle Enrique. But after Enrique ran for office and opposed Maduro, he was kidnapped by Maduro's security forces and thrown into the regime's really infamous prison in Caracas. Alejandro feared she would never see her uncle again. She feared for her own life also. But since the raid, we have worked with the new leadership, and they have ordered the closure of that vile prison and released hundreds of political prisoners already, with more to come. Alejandro, I'm pleased to inform you that not only has your uncle been released, but he is here tonight. We brought him over to celebrate his freedom with you in person. Enrique, please come down. Thank you, Enrique. Have a good time. Nice to have you back, Enrique. There were many heroes on that January raid to capture Maduro, really great heroes. It was very dangerous. They knew we were coming. They were all set. But the deeds of one warrior that night will live forever in the eternal chronicles of military valor. Chief Warrant Officer 5, Eric Slover, planned the mission and was the flight lead in the cockpit of the first helicopter. A big, beautiful, powerful helicopter. It was a massive Chinook carrying, as you can imagine, many, many American warfighters. Wearing the dog tags, his wife Amy had blessed with holy water before he left. She knew it was going to be a rough one. Eric steered the Chinook under the cover of night and descended swiftly upon Maduro's heavily protected military fortress. This was a major military installation, protected by thousands of soldiers and guarded by Russian and Chinese military technology. How did that work out? Not too good. While preparing to land, enemy machine guns fired from every angle, and Eric was hit very badly in the leg and hip, one bullet after another. He absorbed 4 agonizing shots, shredding his leg into numerous pieces. And yet, despite the fact that the use of his legs was vital to successful helicopter flight, legs are the most important part of flying a helicopter, to deliver the many commandos who would capture and detain Maduro was the only thing Eric was thinking about. Then, even as he was gushing blood, which was flowing back down the aisle, helicopter lands at a steep angle. The machine guns stood right in front of him. They were right in front of him, 2 machine gunners who escaped the wrath of the previous planes. Eric maneuvered his helicopter with all of those lives and souls to face the enemy and let his gunners eliminate the threat. Turned the helicopter around so the gunners could take care of business, saving the lives of his fellow warriors from what could have been a catastrophic crash deep in enemy territory. Only after safely landing the helicopter with all the warriors aboard in the exact right spot, which was vital to the mission. We probably would have had to maybe cancel the mission if that didn't happen. Eric told his co-pilot, also wounded, but not as gravely, to take over. I'm about ready to pass out. The success of the entire mission and the lives of his fellow warriors hinge on Eric's ability to take the searing pain. It was unbelievable what's happened to his legs of the bullets and keep on flying and landing, and people knew what was happening. Everybody in the back of the helicopter knew because they saw the blood pouring down the aisle. Chief Warrant Officer Slover is still recovering from his serious wounds, but I'm thrilled to say that he is here tonight with his wife, Amy, Eric, and Amy. Come on in.
He's going to give them the Medal of Honor right now.
So we have a surprise for Eric and Amy. In recognition of Eric's actions above and beyond the call of duty, I would now like to ask General Jonathan Braga to present Chief Warrant Officer Slover with our nation's highest military award, the Congressional Medal of Honor.
And 60th sword. Dude's a unit. He looks like Superman.
Yeah. Yeah, the Democrats standing up. Wow.
You got the red airborne tab. Delta. I mean,
Markets are giving it a 50-50. He
Well,
goes
thank
2
you
hours.
very much, Eric and Amy.
We're 10 minutes away.
Great
I
to
guess
get to
the-
know
slightly
you. I
before
met
we
with
will.
them and with a lot of their fellow warriors at
around
Fort
9,
Bragg
August
recently.
905, right?
You notice the name Fort Bragg. We have it back. We brought it back.
Would be,
we won the First World War with it, the
1106.
Second World War with it, and then they decided to change the name. So we changed it back. Everybody wanted to change back too. And 10 of Eric's fellow warriors from that incredible night of victory will also be receiving medals at a private
3-hour rumor
ceremony
was
that will
legit.
soon be held at the White
I mean,
House.
the
And
3-hour rumor was
Eric
legit.
will be there.
Does anyone bet that he's going to go for 3? That's not even an option.
Thank you, Eric. That's a big one. Tonight we've celebrated many truly extraordinary American patriots.
He's
but
wrapping it up.
There is one last living legend to honor before we go. He is one more heroic American aviator, Navy fighter pilot. Royce Williams served in World War II, Korea, Vietnam, flying more than 220 missions. In the skies over Korea in 1952, Royce was in the dogfight of a lifetime, legendary dogfight. Flying through blizzard conditions, his squadron was ambushed by 7 Soviet fighter planes. It was his first aerial combat of the war, and despite being massively outnumbered and outgunned, Royce led the takedown of 4 enemy jets and almost destroyed the others, vanquishing his adversaries while taking 263 bullets to his own plane and being seriously hurt. His story was secret for over 50 years. He didn't even want to tell his wife, but the legend grew and grew. But tonight, at 100 years old, this brave Navy captain is finally getting the recognition he deserves. He was a legend long before this evening. Royce, please stand up, and I will ask the First Lady of the United States to present Captain Royce Williams with his Congressional Medal of Honor.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wow. There's a lot of medals, huh?
Yeah, I don't think they normally do
Yeah.
medals at the Slovenian, but I mean,
Trump just wants America to be proud. Right?
yeah, I mean, look, not a lot of people get the Medal of Honor. That's a big deal.
How many did they give out? They gave out 2?
Yeah, they gave out
And a
2.
Medal of Freedom.
Yeah, a Medal of Freedom. That dude, the pilot that he talked
Thank
to,
you, Royce, and
he's
thank
got
you,
the.
Eric.
Sorry.
I've always wanted the Congressional Medal of Honor, but I was informed I'm not allowed to give it to myself, and I wouldn't know why I'd be taking it. But
wow,
if they ever open up that law, I will be there with you someday. But you know, that's our highest honor, Congressional Medal of Honor, and that's a big thing, and it's an honor to be in the same room with you. Thank you both very much, Eric. Thank you.
He should just give it to himself. What are they going to stop him?
Market speculation is he's wrapping it up right now.
It's been fun, but I'd be happy if he was wrapping it up.
Almost 2 hours. He
Thank
started
you.
around 9:06.
250 years is a long time in the life of a
The record
nation.
is an hour 28.
But in another sense, it's really a mere moment in the
Bill
eye
Clinton was
of
53 when he
history.
gave this speech. Trump's 80.
Two of the gentlemen we met in the gallery this evening took their first breaths 1 century ago. 100 years before that, on July 4th, 1826, the author of the Declaration of Independence, brilliant, Thomas Jefferson, drew his last breath. Just a single long human lifespan separates the giants who declared and won our independence from the heroes who stand among us tonight. Everything our nation has done, everything we have achieved, has been the work of those few great lifetimes. In those brief chapters, Americans built this nation from 13 humble colonies into the pinnacle of human civilization and human freedom, the strongest, wealthiest, most powerful, most successful nation in all of history. Americans ventured out across the daunting and dangerous continent. We carved paths through an unforgiving wilderness, settled a boundless frontier, and tamed the beautiful but very, very dangerous Wild West. From empty marshes and wide open plains, we raised up the world's greatest cities. Together, we mastered the world's mightiest industries and shattered history's monstrous tyrannies. And we liberated millions from the chains of fascism, communism, oppression, and terror. Americans lifted humanity into the skies on the wings of aluminum and steel, and then we launched mankind into the stars on rockets powered by sheer American will and unyielding American pride. We wired the globe with our ingenuity. We captivated the planet with American culture, and now we are pioneering the next great American breakthroughs that will change the entire world. All of this and so much more is the enduring legacy and unmatched glory of the hardworking patriots who built and defended this country and who still carry the hopes and freedoms on all of humanity's backs. For years they were forgotten, betrayed, and cast aside, but that great betrayal is over and they will never be forgotten again, because when the world needs courage, daring, vision, and inspiration, it is still turning to America. And when God needs a nation to work his miracles, he knows exactly who to ask. There is no challenge Americans cannot overcome, no frontier too vast for us to conquer, no dream too bold for us to chase, no horizon too distant for us to claim. For our destiny is written by the hand of providence, and these first 250 years were just the beginning. From the rugged border towns of Texas to the heartland villages of Michigan, from the sun-kissed shores of Florida to the endless fields of the Dakotas, and from the historic streets of Philadelphia to right here in our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the golden age of America is upon us. The revolution that began in 1776 has not ended. It still continues because the flame of liberty and independence still burns in the heart of every American patriot. and our future will be bigger, better, brighter, bolder, and more glorious than ever before. Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.
That one's going to be in the history books.
Yeah.
There are many states of the Union's addresses for the obvious reason of that being the record.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he went just shy of 110 minutes, it looks like. So as of 11, that puts him at 100. What would that be?
An hour 54?
Hour 46? No, 54. Yeah, interesting.
He started at 9:06, yeah.
Then I wonder where that would be 100. That would be 114 minutes, right?
How many minutes did he go?
At around 9:06.
Yeah.
Phil said, "Wow, he's actually pretty early," and I went, "Yeah, it's 9:06."
There's 34 minutes in an hour. Water melts at 34.
That's true.
Right.
Well, because Kalshi says that will he go 110 minutes? 1% chance yes. As he's ended the speech. So, no. Because he walked in and he didn't start until
okay.
Right. Yep. So that's it. Just around 105 minutes. So that gives him the record.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. He said these people are crazy.
That was great. I mean, the fact that he's 80 and he's like, his speeches are getting longer and longer. I mean, that just really.
I mean, wow, dude. Yeah.
Not to go full glaze, but like let's be honest here. How many 80-year-olds do you know can talk effectively uninterrupted for?
How many 80-year-olds do you know that can talk like?
I can stand for an hour and a half.
You interviewed Trump. Do you think he'll come on my 6-hour live streams that I do?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool.
Of course.
Yeah, just tweet him for me.
So what I will say is he did not say the word transgender, but it's okay. Because the moment he brought up the individual, it spiked and I got out. I have safely exited. I will use the $80 to cover the cost of the $80 in pizza we bought. Guys, no kidding. The 3 pizzas was $77.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
What?
Bad economic indicator.
Bro, I'm like...
There had to be a deal or something.
No. Okay, I ordered epic stuffed crust pepperoni large from Papa John's.
We're epic.
And there were 3 at $77.47. Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Uh-huh.
We're swirling the drain. That's society.
We're swirling. Shoot. I'm not waiting for the Democratic response.
Oh.
We got that before the show.
Yeah. Democratic pre-spons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of people standing around in a parking lot.
You know what? I got to go to bed because I got to be up early to do the show. I'll get the Cliff Notes in the morning.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Jay.
Yeah.
We basically had John for like the first half hour.
We did Mystery Science Theater with the Dems. That was fun.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So glad to have you. Where can
you.
people find you?
Jay'sAnalysis.com. Also, you can find me on YouTube, Jay Dyer. I do live streams. I do movie analysis. I do all kinds of crazy stuff. 4th hour of the Alex Jones Show most Fridays, and Twitter under Jay Dyer.
You can follow me on X and Instagram at real Tate Brown. Come give me a follow, and yeah, make sure you follow Jay. He's one of my favorites. He's got so much good content.
Thanks, dude.
So head on over to there. Phil?
I am Phil That Remains on Twix. The band is All That Remains. We're going on tour this spring. We're going to be out with Born of Osiris and Dead Eyes. We start April 29th in Albany. We go for about a month. You can get tickets at allthatremainsonline.com. VIPs are still available. You can check out All That Remains music at Apple Music, Amazon Music, Pandora, Spotify, YouTube, and Deezer. Don't forget the left lane is for crime. Carter.
My camera's gone out for a 3rd time tonight, and I am here.
From the void?
Yeah.
Just show Tate. Tate, do a Carter face impression.
Yeah.
I'll match your speech. Just start talking.
You can follow me everywhere at Carter Banks. Follow our label at Trash House Records on YouTube. Great speech from Trump. Nights like this, remember why I do what I do. And Jay, thank you for coming out.
Absolutely. Tim, did you arrange this so that Trump would mog me? He would mog max me today so that I could.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I called him.
It was.
All right, everybody, you can follow me on X and Instagram at Timcast. Thanks for hanging out with us for your State of the Union coverage. We're back tomorrow morning, of course. We're here all week. Check me out in the morning at 10 a.m., youtube.com/TimcastNews and rumble.com/Timcast, and we will see you all there.